Welcome in, everybody. Hey. We'll figure that out one of these days.
I swear I turned that off already.
Welcome in, everybody. Episode 10. I did it again.
It's our 10th episode, 10. And we still can't get this straight. We have a guest today, folks, and it's Philip Scott wearing his USA Domino's uniform.
It does look like a Domino's uniform.
No, it looks like a bomb pop.
Apparently.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah. But apparently they called the match today, folks.
We didn't even we didn't plan this out. We promise.
We just love America that much, guys.
We do. And we have a lot of American topics today, so why not be a little patriotic?
All the while, Tony, could you explain your T-shirt?
Oh, my T-shirt?
Yes, Tony, your T-shirt.
So, well, before we get ahead of ourselves, let's cheer to
cheers.
show number 10. I love how you put the double beer in the giant mug because that looks so much cooler, dude.
He's not
than ours.
right now.
It does. I'm just insecure, though. No.
So welcome to the show.
I need
We'd
the
like
size.
to thank you for joining us tonight. My name's Chris. This is Tony.
What's up?
This is Phil.
Hey, guys.
And we have Kristen filling in tonight.
Hey.
What up?
Hey, Kristen.
Kristen is not naked like John was. She's fully clothed.
Don't lie.
That's good.
Oh, wait. No. that's
Oh,
changed.
wait.
Just no.
No.
I'm clothed. Thank you.
Oh. I was going to say, we can't really see you around the corner, so I was about to just like, wait a minute.
So Kristen is filling in for John. John,
like
unfortunately,
having
has left to do bigger and better things, hopefully.
He's on his quest to find himself.
He's
Yes.
a peacock. You got to let him fly.
Yeah, let him go free.
Spread his wings.
You can follow us at any of these spots up in the top corner. We are on Instagram and Facebook at Inappropriate Bar Talk. We're also at Twitter at IBT Podcast. And new this week, we just signed up for a SoundCloud account. So we're official on SoundCloud. We will be
that's new
streaming
to me.
all. Yeah, sorry, I forgot to mention this to you earlier.
Thanks for filling us in on that one.
But we do have a SoundCloud account now, so we will be able to put all our episodes on there, audio style. So if you want to listen to us while you're running, or you want to listen to us while you're at work and you don't want to get caught by your boss, you can stream us on SoundCloud.
Don't get caught by your boss.
Don't get caught by the boss.
Busted.
Fuck the boss. Boss up. How about that? How about
So,
you be your own boss?
Be your own boss. I like it. So you were asking me about my shirt.
I did. I want to know. I'm curious, man.
So
Story behind it.
a couple months back, I was watching some, basketball, and I noticed the Golden State Warriors bench all had these shirts on that had like the Philippines sun, that's on their flag, and I'm like, what is this? So I did a little research. I went on their website,
Curiosity.
and apparently they were. I didn't realize it by watching the game, but apparently they're celebrating Filipino Heritage Month, or week, or day, or whatever it was.
Yeah, sometime.
And I was like, dude, that's fucking cool. And I didn't see any other teams doing it, so I bought a shirt because I am Filipino. And
I don't.
I thought it was a really cool shirt. I thought it was a cool idea.
It is a cool idea, but I guess if
There's
Golden
a lot of
State,
Filipinos in the Bay Area.
Oh, yeah,
okay.
that's
That
what
was
it
going to
is.
be my next
Yeah,
question.
there's a
you
lot of them. People just think
Yeah.
they're Mexican up there, but they're Filipino.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah.
That's illuminating, because at first I was just like, that's extremely odd, but it makes sense though.
Yeah, the Bay Area, there's all kinds of them. there's adobo everywhere.
Okay.
Yep.
I guess in my head, like Filipinos, it's like Hawaii, and then everywhere else is just Mexicans. But
Yeah.
there you go.
Untrue.
All right, so
Cheers to the Filipinos.
Just that.
I told you, the Philippines come up in every show.
everyone.
I'm calling Duterte and I'll be like, yo, man, sponsor me. We'll make this work. I got 12 viewers.
Maybe the Philippine Tourism Board can get them. We can get them in.
That's super sketchy.
Nah, man.
I don't know
Nah,
if
you
we
know what?
would
We're
promote
good.
the mission.
You know what though?
The
Fuck
message.
it. I'm down for a free trip to the Philippines.
Let's do it.
Philippines Tourism Board.
Oh, yeah.
Woo!
There you
Holla!
go. We'll
Take a
do a
trip,
live
guys.
show in the Philippines.
I'll do it. I can do it. We can do it.
Who's down?
I am down. Oh, raise your drinks.
I'm down.
If it's paid for, I need an extra ticket.
If our
but,
glasses
No.
touch, it's a commitment. Oh,
You gotta pay for your own way. We're not like
no,
a real radio show.
I mean, I'm saying if we get, I'm saying if we get sponsors.
Yeah, we get. Yeah,
Yeah, that'll pay for it. Yeah, we'll do a live show from the Philippines, and then we'll plaster your logo all over the show. I think it's a good deal.
I'm going to
I
be
don't
plastering something. I don't know about
You will be
logos.
live. You'll be live to potentially 30 subscribers every
He's
week.
coming around, folks. He's coming around.
Every week, 30 subscribers. You could have this deal. I think it's a good deal.
Hey.
Contact the marketing team.
I-
All right.
Anyway.
We're at inappropriatebartalk@gmail.com, by the way, if you want to send us an email.
It's true.
Or complaints. Yeah.
Or complaints.
Dude, that'd be funny. We should. If you have complaints, please send them in. We would love to read them online.
Definitely.
Okay.
Or pictures.
Of what?
I don't know. Pancake titties. I don't know.
Pancake titties?
I
No one
don't
wants to
care.
see some flapjack.
Could do without those.
Yeah.
I
Maybe
mean-
some nice titties.
One man's treasure.
you wanna
one
send-
man's treasure
A nice
Phil's
pair
down.
of
is another
titties
man's or
to
one
our
man's
email.
one man's garbage.
Feel free.
I'll make sure to forward those pictures to you,
We
Phil.
Phil's our titty filter.
Yeah.
He filters all the titties.
It's at ptitty.gmail.com.
Kristen, what's your email so we can forward those pictures to you?
Chris_Kolb@yahoo.com.
Oh,
Did you really
did
just
you
give your
shit
real
that?
email
I
out?
don't discriminate. Send them all. My
Oh my God! You're gonna
I'm
get some
sorry,
anatomy
could
pictures.
you-
could you say that again?
email,
Yeah.
Chris_Kolb@yahoo.com.
Is that Chris with a C or a K?
It's with a K, obvi.
Okay.
Did you just fucking
Obvi?
tell me obvi?
Yeah, man.
Sorry, my bad.
It's a little different flavor. It's a different flavor
okay.
than John. You know.
Yeah.
I can't
Okay,
imagine
I gotta,
John saying obvi.
yeah.
I can't
Actually,
be
I could
John.
kind of see John saying obvi.
Obvi.
We'll see how many admirers Kristen gets tonight. You know, sometimes that mysterious voice.
How are we gonna tell between her admirers and my admirers? Because we're gonna get
Hopefully
we're gonna get a
there-
bump in
hopefully
viewers.
there's maybe
And-
men and women would be an easy way to decipher, but
But how do we know? All we can see is view.
Hopefully.
I don't know.
Speechless, right?
Yeah, I'm baffled. I'm baffled at the thought.
Anyways,
All right.
Well,
Should we get into what we're going to get into?
lead us, our fearless leader.
right.
What are we talking about first?
All right. Obviously, the big news this week was the terror attacks in London. 7 people were killed and 48 injured were by these 3 crazy
By
nut
these
bars.
fucking assholes over here.
First off, fuck these guys. And
Yes.
um,
Did they shot him dead, right?
They were
Or did they arrest them?
They were shot dead.
Good.
Yeah,
Good.
Yeah.
they
So
unloaded.
I don't feel bad for him.
They
loads of bullets.
they ran-
more so than normally.
Oh yeah, I did hear.
Yeah.
I heard the report that they're like, how come so many bullets were fired
Yeah.
for
Well, they
only
were-
3 attackers? Because
they were
we're
wearing
sending a message.
well, they were also wearing fake suicide vests.
Yeah.
So they wanted to what? Try to blow him up?
I guess they were trying to kill him before they set those things off.
But
But,
what if they
uh,
shoot the vest?
It doesn't matter.
Wouldn't it
It
set
doesn't
off the
matter.
bomb too?
They
I
could've
don't know.
put
I've seen too many
1,000
movies.
Yeah.
Maybe
They
I'm
could've put
not
1,000
too.
bullets into those guys and it wouldn't have mattered.
Hey,
Yeah, it doesn't. Anyways, like you said, but they
Yeah.
were killed on site.
And that
on
was-
scene, right?
Yeah.
that was on London Bridge. Correct?
So what they did was they drove a van across London Bridge. They ran over a bunch of people, and then they crashed a van. They got out, and then they started walking up the road and pretty much going into restaurants and just
Stabbing
stabbing
people.
people.
And side note, London Bridge is not the bridge with the towers on it. Just so you know this, London Bridge just is a regular looking bridge.
Yeah, the
Yeah.
original London Bridge isn't there anymore. Did you know that? It's in Arizona.
Yeah, they moved it. But
Anyway.
London Bridge,
Whoa.
we
I
were
didn't
on
know
it.
that.
It's just a flat bridge. The bridge that everybody looks at and sees it. Oh, I think think of London Bridge. That's actually called the Tower Bridge,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
And that's right by what's that
Parliament?
fucking thing?
Big Ben.
Big Ben.
No,
The
it's right.
Parliament?
It's right by where they have the crown jewels. What's that fucking place
Oh,
called? The
uh,
little castle.
Moving
Man.
along. Yeah, I
Shows what we know. But
Yeah.
anyway, yeah.
So
Get these assholes fucking off the screen.
yeah,
I'm
let's
sick of
take
looking
them
at
down. Yeah, who
dicks.
gives a shit about them?
Yeah.
Anyway, the police were praised by how quick they responded. Apparently, from the first call they got to when they responded, it took them 8 minutes to take these guys out.
Yeah, dude. They were, I guess, in Britain,
good.
right? They train for this kind of thing, like,
Yeah.
very often, and it's not just because of, like,
Well-
I guess, they
Recent
had
events,
experience
you
with
mean?
IRA, the
Right.
Irish Revolutionary
Irish.
Army, or something
Right.
like that, and so like now, it's like just like a part of their training. Like they're not rookies at that shit. You know,
Right.
like they're
And yet
It's
none of their
legit.
cops carry. Well, at least when we were there, they didn't have any guns like sidearms.
Well, those guys were on high alert already from what happened in Manchester.
Right, which was what not even 2 weeks
So
before.
they were already on their game. Like at that point, they're on high alert at
Yeah.
that whole
Yeah.
time. They had the radio scanners going. You know, they have cameras everywhere in London. By the way, too.
Yeah, that's
CCTV.
You cannot
Big Brother. That's where
not
that
be
came
on
from.
camera in London. It's impossible.
Yep.
Everything's on camera.
I peed in a couple corners in London, and they saw me.
Yep, busted.
Guarantee.
how'd that make you feel?
As long as it, didn't like put it on the internet, I'm fine with it.
So these guys were arrested or were shot pretty quickly.
Good. Fuck them. Fuck them.
At the same time, pretty much almost within the 24 hours that this event happened, Ariana Grande was having her concert.
Hold on. So not even 2 weeks before the London Bridge attacks was the bombing at the Ariana Grande
Right.
concert. I don't know. Now, I don't know if she organized this event. I don't know if, she was the one behind it or if it was her management team.
The festival?
Yeah.
Yeah, it was her idea.
Because all I know is that she went in and she visited all the people in the hospital
Yeah.
that were injured. I think for how young of a person she is in that younger generation, I think that was a really upstanding thing to do in a very mature and professional way she handled that.
Oh, no doubt about it. I thought you were gonna say like, if it wasn't her idea, like even for me, if it wasn't her idea,
As long as
the fact that she was like,
so yeah, here's a
she
little
was-
picture of it.
she was totally like, about it.
Oh,
You know what I
yeah.
mean?
Yeah,
Like,
no, that
and
was
so, like,
she
she was
handled
with it,
that
yeah.
better than probably any other
Yeah.
celebrity I've
And-
seen handle anything. That's
and
happened
everything
like
that she put out into the media after it happened, she was like, she was like devastated from, and that's
Yeah.
something. So, and you think like, cause she's had a bad name in press before. She's done some things,
She licked a donut.
She licked a donut. Who hasn't?
I'd lick her donut.
Okay.
Anyway, back to being
Yeah,
serious, but
Yeah, so this event that she as the last time I heard, they said she raised I guess it's like around $12 million.
Now it's over 13. Yeah.
Yeah. So,
wow. Last I heard it was like 3.5.
Yeah, that was
Yeah.
like the first time I
That
checked
was-
in on it,
yeah.
and then like a couple days later,
Now, is all of this going to the people's families and the injured people? What is this going to?
Yeah, that's what
Yeah,
the
it's-
initial money was.
yeah, it's supposed to be going to the
The
victims.
families.
Yeah,
Okay.
like the
And
I
I
wouldn't
gotta
be
say,
surprised if some of that money goes to the victims of London now too. It probably.
yeah, they might disperse
it
it
might
out.
get-
But I gotta say that lineup was pretty solid. The guys that showed out for that, it was a
Yeah.
pretty star-studded. I mean, not my personal favorites, but
But
yeah,
they're
they're
the big
Coldplay.
big celebrities.
there was Coldplay. There was Justin Bieber.
The Biebs.
There was
man.
there was what's Eye of the Tiger? What's her name? God, I can't believe
I have the tiger.
Oh, Katy Perry.
Katy Perry.
Oh,
yeah,
that's
of
not
course.
Eye of the Tiger. Wait,
Yeah, the fuck.
Well,
that's
That's
news-
the
well,
fireworks.
No.
or
She's
karate. What's the
I
name of
got
that?
Karate?
the Eye of the Tiger. You know that
Oh.
one? Yeah,
Oh, okay.
yeah.
she's a
Sorry.
survivor.
Obviously
No,
not the
that's-
original, the better one. But anyway, it was a star-studded cat. They raised tons.
Black
of money.
Eyed Peas like reunited
Yeah,
or something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Hey,
Um,
again, one of those dudes from the Philippines. They just had some crazy. They still got crazy shit going on over there, but, man, this terror shit. We gotta put an end to it.
oh, it's getting.
It's escalating quickly.
Yeah,
It's out. It's in. You can see this.
I think they know they're losing right now, and so I think they're getting more desperate.
How are they losing? They're killing a bunch of innocent fucking people.
Not as much as we're killing them.
Um,
You don't think? Okay, Iran. Just on
Okay,
a
we
side
just
note,
killed-
Iran just got a terror attack.
I heard. Yeah, they
today.
destroyed a bunch
And
of
that
like
was
art
ISIS
and
too.
statues.
You don't think Iran's gonna go full on like nutso in Syria right now with that shit?
I don't know if that's gonna make it. I don't know if that's gonna be
I'm
better
just
or
saying,
what.
they're
But
gonna have more. Look how Russia reacted when they got the subway bombings in St. Petersburg.
How did they react?
yeah, they didn't do shit. They
Oh,
helped them
no.
out doing some other shit.
They bombed the fuck
What was
out of Syria after
the
that shit happened.
Oh.
the Syria the
See,
Syria
the
thing.
difference, I guess, the difference there, though, just a small quibble, is that
Yeah,
Iran thinks Saudi Arabia was behind that.
the vandalism.
Yeah, the killing, because they killed people too. I guess I don't know. I was reading it. And
Yeah,
it said
I didn't get to.
someone's
do
gonna
the
pay
research.
for the bloodshed of innocent lives or something like that, and they're blaming it on Saudi Arabia. So
Or that Saudi Arabia was harboring.
So wait,
the
before we
terrorists.
get
Well,
into
yeah,
this,
it
I just want
was,
to say before we change before I change the picture, cheers to Ariana Grande and the One Love Manchester
Cheers to
fundraising.
her.
definitely
Good job on that.
We forgive you for licking the donut.
Dude, you can lick all the donuts you want.
I'm sure that business owner is still pissed, but
He probably saved that donut and does
He was
dirty,
like, "This is the
dirty
one
things
she
to that.
licked."
Yeah,
That donut's there's a big
it's
hole
abused.
in the middle.
Yeah, it's been
Every sprinkle is falling off.
she also did follow that with "I hate America."
you know
and I
what?
hate
It didn't start
Americans."
out glazed, but I'll bet you it is now.
It's probably triple glazed at least.
All right, guys.
Okay, we're gross.
Anyway.
We're
Yeah.
gross.
That's just gross.
That's
You're gross.
inappropriate. That's inappropriate.
It's gross. Okay, what's next on the agenda? What were we talking about? Terrorism. Terrorism,
Oh,
man.
God.
All I'm saying is
ISIS
Don't-
is gonna lose.
ISIS
They're done.
is fucking shit up every day. They're doing something.
They're doing something, but
We're
they're
not getting them every day.
They're not. The whole point
Oh,
is
yeah.
that they're not.
We're
Stopping
working.
us.
We're trying.
No, I thought we were talking about
They're not
Archer.
stopping us from moving on with
No.
our lives. That's
ISIS.
No,
Come on, man.
they're not stopping us.
all
from,
these incidents are horrific, and by all means, the victims should be remembered, and but these guys aren't gonna win. They just can't. And we won't let it.
It's,
All right. Good job there.
They're not gonna win.
Well, if you focus on every terror
We're
attack, you know
just
they're
not-
gonna.
we're
You know,
not gonna let 'em.
how-
we're not.
How are you not gonna let them?
We're not gonna do it.
Right? How you not gonna let them? Just don't let them in the motherfucking country. They can't hurt you if they
as
ain't
Trump
here.
would say, how many people get killed in the inner cities of Chicago every day, right?
Fucking a lot.
Yeah. Okay. Anyway, that's not a
That
good
is a lot.
comparison, but
They call it Chirac, son.
That's totally different.
That we don't want to take a right turn
let's not.
right here.
Let's not.
That's not terrorism.
But we can stick with Trump.
Could it be domestic terrorists?
No, domestic terrorists are the guys that. There was a guy that was harassing those girls on the train, and then was starting to like try to stab people,
Oh no, they. Oh,
and then they ended up getting stabbed in
Portland?
Portland. Yeah,
Yeah. Why
That's
didn't we talk
domestic
about that?
terrorism. Or you could talk about the issue. I guess it happened a couple of months ago, and in Toronto. Well, that's not domestic, but okay, South Carolina a couple of years ago, when the guy went into the church and shot up
Right.
like
I
13
remember.
people.
Wait, I remember you were at.
That's domestic terrorism.
You were on. Oh shit! You were on base one time, and like you called me like the next day or whatever, or during. It was like a shooting on base, and I was talking to you, or like the next day.
That's
What was that?
domestic terrorism.
Yeah.
So then, like
What-
that
tell
was
us the story about that. I forget. What was the whole scoop
well
on that?
well, I guess if you're paying attention, so what that was is I used to be on Fort Hood, and that was a time where the guy was when you're about to deploy, he was a like psychiatrist, and he used to evaluate people. But anyway, so he had been radicalized, and he walked in with like a loaded weapon, and he just started shooting up people on base.
That's
and
crazy.
he's an officer
And-
in the army.
And
Oh,
you
yeah,
guys
I
at
remember
that
that
time,
story now.
you guys weren't allowed to carry your sidearms on base or some shit like that, right?
Yeah, you're not like when you're on like in garrison, like if you go to Schofield,
Right.
the normal soldiers, like unless you're like talking
An
about like,
MP.
like
Right,
unless you're
right.
like MPs, they have their weapon,
Right.
they have a sidearm and stuff
They
like
have
that.
to check their weapons out every day.
But you're
Right.
not just walking around Schofield with like your fucking with your M4 or M16 or whatever, you know.
Why
There's
the hell not?
bro,
That's the reason why.
That should be part of your uniform.
You don't want to give.
this isn't a war zone though.
yeah, it's not.
It could turn to a war zone at any second. Look at what happened in Pearl Harbor.
There are procedures
that
for
is
that.
true. That is
Okay.
true.
There
You're
are,
a
rebuttal.
military.
there are
You're a
procedures.
military.
For,
No
there are
rebuttal.
procedures for that.
No rebuttal. I got no rebuttal.
You're a Mililani.
True.
You're a
true.
military. What's the word I'm looking for? Installment, or is that the right word?
Installation.
Installation. In the perimeter of your fence on that base, every soldier that's on there should be armed. If you
No.
get infiltrated,
No.
There's no need for it.
Yeah, dude, we're not at war with Mililani. Why would you
dude,
be on?
You don't fucking know that, dude.
Yeah, no, we do. We have an intelligence community.
Have you
that
not
tells
seen
us.
Red Dawn?
Oh, God.
Once again, I have no rebuttal. I don't, man.
No, I'm serious though.
Was
And
it Patrick Swayze?
I'm not saying like dude. You're a military base. It's when the police officers
That
are in
wasn't
the
even
police
on a base. I
headquarters.
don't know where that
They're
came
all
from.
they all got their guns on them. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
You're on a base when you guys are deployed. Obviously, on base, you guys all have your
Always.
pieces on,
Yeah,
right?
always.
Because it's a. I get it.
You're in a war zone.
When you're in the U.S. of A.
Right.
You're not in a
In a war
threat
zone,
level
yeah.
or in a war zone. I get it.
That's exactly it. Threat level.
But
Tony, and that's it. And there's no but from there. Once, because you already
You can be
understand that there's threat levels.
hey, shit can happen, man.
That's true. Shit can happen.
Who's to say like 50? Okay, I won't even say Muslim. Let's say a fucking Mexican cartel decides to fucking try to take out an establishment or a base near the border so they can run shit. If they roll up with 100 motherfuckers and just bust through the gate,
The guys
they're
at
gonna
the
kill.
gate,
They're gonna kill the
have
four.
guns.
Yeah,
they're
the-
gonna kill
the
the
guys-
4 fucking MPs if they got 50 guys
The
with
guys
them.
at the gates have guns.
There's protocols.
There's
I'm just
military.
saying.
There's military police, and they always carry guns.
Yeah, there's.
I understand that.
You're like you are creating a scenario.
That's super hypothetical.
Yeah, that's so far
I'm just
gone.
saying, hey, if you got a soldier,
You know what?
a part of your uniform's a gun.
You know what? Get them guns.
Get them guns.
Let them have guns.
Let the soldiers have guns. I'm not saying I don't.
Let
think
them
they
eat guns.
They shouldn't take it off the base. Obviously,
Are you in a more unsafe predicament letting everybody have a gun on base than just the police officers on base?
how so? They're all trained soldiers. We give them guns and send them
There
into
are
war.
people-
Dude, a soldier.
there
Well,
are-
we don't trust you
We're talking about
here.
Fort Hood. That incident. That was a soldier that did that.
But if everybody else was armed, he wouldn't have shot a bunch of people. He would have got shot real quick.
Right, but who's to say that it wouldn't be more like that? That wouldn't occur more. I'm not saying because like I know
I see your point.
that's
but
it. You know what I mean?
I think
So, and
it'd be stopped a lot.
I guess
quicker
my
if it
thing is
did.
this. My thing is this. And this is like when you go to war, you use the least amount of force necessary.
Right, I got you.
And when you're in garrison, which is like not at war,
I understand.
a Schofield environment.
I'm just trying to create a
Yeah.
scenario
Yeah,
where
so I get it. In your scenario, fuck that. Arm them, dude. Like,
I'm just saying, if
Everyone.
shit gets bad enough, people on a military,
If it
soldiers
gets bad
should
enough,
be
then
holding
yeah,
weapons.
If we're in a wartime situation, then maybe.
How long?
And then
How long did it take the MPs on Fort Hood to get that guy
you know,
down?
I don't know.
You were just pumping iron, huh?
You
went
remember
to
I was
a-
at the gym.
He called me.
I was at the yeah.
And I was
at
like,
the
dude.
gym.
He's like, wait. I was like, wait, where are you? Oh, I'm at Fort Hood. I'm at the gym. I was like, dude, there's a shooter right now running
No.
around that place.
No
Yeah.
way. You
Yeah.
called him while that was happening?
Yeah, there's
Yeah.
an active shooter on Fort Hood.
No, I know about that,
Yeah.
but I didn't know you were like there when it was going on.
He was
like,
just at
and
the
you were on
gym.
the phone with him when
yeah.
this event was
hold
occurring.
On, hold on.
I think it was for
Hold on.
fantasy football.
No,
stuff.
there's two. There was two events. I misspoke, guys. The first one was there was a active shooter at the deployment place. Like I can't think of the name of it right now.
Okay.
And then the second time, they were at a motor pool. That's the incident that I was at Fort Hood on. The first time, the first Fort Hood guy, I think his name might have been. He got radicalized. That's the guy that he was like an officer. He's like a major or something. He got radicalized. And
You went into like a building, right? And
yeah, he
shot
went into
people.
a building where you go before you they check you off to make sure that you're okay to deploy. That you're not you have all your shots. You have you've met with everyone you're supposed to meet with before you deploy. Like your deploy readiness. Oh God, I can't think of it. But anyway, you're and then he worked there. And he walked in and he shot a bunch of people. That one I was at boot camp. I was at basic training when that one happened.
Yeah,
But
you can't call me at boot camp.
Yeah, no.
But no, the one you called me,
Yeah,
I'm like,
that
dude,
one
I'm watching the news right now. There's a shooter.
Yeah, that one
He's like, well,
happened
I'm just at the gym.
at a motor pool. Like a motor pool is like where they keep like all the Humvees and shit like that,
Yeah.
I believe. And then they're like, nobody can leave like the gym. I was like, I like my pump more
Good.
than, like
I'm
as
a
much as the
pump,
next person,
son.
but dude, I'm like, I'm done.
Dude,
And
I
she's
remember
like,
one time
"Can't leave."
I was talking to Scaife one time. Shout out to Matt Scaife. Hope he's doing good. Let me give this to our lovely bartender. But yeah, one time I was talking to him and he was just talking to me and it just went, the phone went dead.
Was he overseas at the time?
He was overseas at the time. He was calling me from
Yeah.
Baghdad or I don't know where, but
yeah.
somewhere in Iraq or something. And again, this is the story Scaife's telling me. Scaife, if you're listening, not discrediting you, but sometimes you tell tall tales. But this is the story. He said when we were talking, all of a sudden their base came under fire. They launched a mortar over the wall or some shit.
No, yeah. Yeah,
and
that-
I know that shit happens. I'm sure of it. And I was like, "Are you fucking kidding me?" So that was way before I was talking to you. So when
because by the time I got in, Safe wasn't in.
I was like, dude, I don't like calling my friends when they're having near-death experiences. Like,
and people wonder, like, I get deployed, and people are like, why don't you call? Because I can call, but I don't call often. You know, like I call.
you got other shit to do.
Yeah, there's other shit to do. I go to work.
You're in the middle of the
every
desert.
day.
It's not like you want to sit there on the fucking phone for an hour.
No, a
and
lot of guys do.
a lot of guys are fags too.
They're wearing.
I mean,
loppers. No,
soft. Sorry, I don't want to lose those
Well,
pink
some
dollars.
guys got families and things like
no,
that.
yeah,
you
that
know.
happens, dude. And they miss
Some dudes hoses be cheating,
Oh man,
fighting.
Jody
not
be
focus
fucking
on that.
everybody.
Jody,
No
that
shit.
sounds like a whore's name. Jody. So I remember what movie was. I think it was Jarhead. I was watching.
Yeah, Jarhead.
When they had the
She sent
wall,
video.
they have all
Oh.
the wall of all the girls that like all the naked pictures of all the girls that like
Okay.
cheated on the guys,
and
and they
then
just
they have all the nudes
yeah.
and shit.
Did
Like
they
the
have
revenge
one?
porn?
Yeah, did they have one of those on at your base?
No, I worked with people that spent a lot of time with their laptops in their personal time.
Oh, so they're just jerking it.
Just-
Well, I guess nowadays
So,
there probably wasn't so many photographs being sent. Probably was a lot of videos to email.
yeah, a lot of people Skype.
Yeah.
You know, do the Skype thing or whatever.
Technology just ruins it just ruins
Oh
us.
man, it ruins your brain.
Whatever
Porn
happened to
ruins your brain.
getting naked pictures of your girl in the mail?
Yeah, what happened to pinups, man?
Yeah. God. Society's going to
Classic.
shit, guys.
No use
We're all
of
going to
imagination
shit.
Based on
anymore.
that one thing, I know society is fucking. It's
Whoa.
downward trend. Man.
Dude, we're going to hell in a handbasket. It's over.
And
We
you wanna
haven't
know-
even touched these
You want
topics
to know
yet,
how
by
I know
the
we're
way.
going to hell? Because it's getting so hot because none of these countries are doing anything about climate change.
Oh, God. Here we go. I guess
So-
that brings us to our next topic.
This week in the news, Trump decides to pull out of the Paris Accord.
That's a picture you get, you
Is that
Democrats.
a real picture?
Yeah, no, I made it in 2
I'm
seconds.
saying, is that photoshopped?
No, that's a real picture, man.
Okay. Well,
100% renewable. That's what it says.
yeah. So Trump decided to pull out of the Paris Accord.
Good.
I listened to his speech about this.
I'm not gonna lie right now. I don't know anything, so I'm gonna listen to you quietly
Yeah.
and teach me what I need to know.
I have to
Teach me,
say,
Sensei.
when I listened to the speech,
No, don't tell me your opinion on the speech. Just tell me the facts, and then tell me your opinion on
well, I
the
was
speech.
50-50 on what he said, just
Okay.
personally. But basically, his mentality was, we're getting out of this because it's not putting America first, which is obviously his mantra is put America first. Right?
Okay.
Certain countries, basically every country, major countries involved in this, except for two. I believe it's Syria and Nicaragua. Yeah. And the goal is to lower greenhouse gas emissions by the year 2020.
So wait, every country in the world except those two are involved in, even like North Korea and shit.
That's correct.
Okay.
North Korea actually had a response.
They
They
did.
said that by the U.S. pulling out, it shows that Donald Trump is selfish and egotistic or something along
Egocentric or some shit.
Yeah.
Okay. Go on, Chris.
North
Um,
Korea.
So yeah, his mentality was that America's kind of already on the path to renewable energy, and that we don't need to be held by these standards. But it also opens the door for companies who cause pollution to kind of
Here's your key points.
to
right here.
continue on what they were doing for a longer period of time. So it's a double-edged sword. It's like, yes, we're not paying into this thing, but on the other end, it allows companies to kind of get away with more as far as polluting
As
I
far
guess
as
one thing-
domestically or internationally?
domestically
I
and
guess-
internationally too.
I guess
And
one thing
internationally
that
too,
the
but
one word that I guess he might have mentioned that I
Wait.
heard was jobs.
jobs, right? So he's talking about, you know, how much he loves the coal miners. He has to mention that every single time he talks
Love the
about
coal,
environment.
love the-
Hey man, he's got to keep his words. He's
Um,
gonna try to at least.
The problem with coals, it's not the way of the future. Like, we're not going to be living on coal for
This is
a
true.
lot longer.
This is true.
You know, there are other resources that obviously a lot of these companies have decided to keep their green initiatives. Bigger companies like Google, Apple, Amazon,
Right.
a bunch
Exxon,
of breweries,
Shell.
yeah, even the big
That's
oil
good.
companies.
That's good.
Yeah.
So I think that's another thing too. Is I think the companies that are going to do it anyway. And that's just how it's going to go. So I
I-
don't think the U.S. is really going to be affected in the long run. I think companies are moving that way anyway because they know that a company looks good if you are green in your mentality and how you treat
I
things.
agree with you. I think that as long as the consumer now is conscious of this issue of sustainability,
Mm-hmm.
so any conscious consumer is gonna look to the company that's gonna be help in that's focusing on sustainability.
Yeah.
That's producing their products in a sustainable fashion. That's packaging in recyclable materials.
Yeah.
All that stuff. Anything
Reusable, renewable,
using solar to
things, yeah,
manufacture
energy and products. Yeah.
So, as someone who works in the manufacturing industry, even though it's more expensive, me personally, I always try to see, okay, if it's how much more expensive, you know what I mean?
Right.
I mean, for instance, corn-based products versus petroleum-based products for packaging. They've come a long way. They've been around for almost a decade already. At first, they're very brittle, hard to ship for shipping. They break, but it's come a long way. The tensile strength and stuff like that is coming a lot stronger. As far as renewable,
Energy.
as far as renewable energy versus the coal, I'm all for finding other. I think it's not that he's against it. I think it's the fact that, one, he promises people their jobs back. Two, it's just a good backup.
Yeah.
It's case, the sustainable resources don't fully power everything.
Yeah.
We've seen instances of that. We've seen instances of solar and turbines and stuff like that don't fully power the grid that we need. And we still got to rely on fossil fuels.
Yeah.
America has a good,
Infrastructure.
it's a horrible infrastructure.
Yeah, that's not good.
Yeah, but I think that's what we really need to.
Third world.
I think America really needs to focus on their infrastructure. But we have what's the word I'm looking for? We have our own oil and our own coal and all. We have our own resources there. We don't have to look to the Middle East and stuff like that. So I think that's kind of more so Trump's.
Well, if you're talking about fossil fuels, which is like, I guess, ties into coal. Thank you. You're talking about still being reliant on places that you're really not super stoked on being reliant upon, like the Middle East,
Yeah.
like Venezuela.
Right.
And so what happens is, well, there's three things right now. There's coal, there's natural gas, and then there's the new thing like wind and solar, turbine and solar and all that stuff.
Right.
And so if you have the backing of the federal government saying that we are looking towards the future, like wind and solar is towards the future,
Right.
what it does is it puts the private sector, like it lets the private sector know that, hey, I guess the biggest thing is subsidiaries, like what's the when they get subsidized?
Subsidized. Yeah.
Yeah.
Subsidies.
So they get subsidies, right? And so when a emerging market is starting out, if it's unsure like what's going to happen with it, like if it's in its nascent stages, it relies on subsidies.
Right.
And so if the federal government pulls out of the Paris Accord like it has, then it kind of puts the market in flux. They're not sure exactly what's going to happen, so they pull a little bit of money away from R&D, and then they go back. They rely upon what's already been there,
Right.
because they know that that's the money-making venture, you know?
Yeah.
So they look at gas, natural gas.
Are you saying so? It kind of slows the evolution and the development of these sustainable and renewable resources.
Right, that's what happens. And so Trump's promise was to bring coal mining jobs back. But the thing that he doesn't talk about is coal mining. If you look towards the future, the windmills and stuff that have to be built, they have to be built where? And shit that's not run by windmills. Like it has to be built by things that are powered by
Right.
fossil fuel, like
Right.
the coal
You
industry.
need cranes and all that shit.
So you have to focus on. So the tie into that is to develop the future thinking energies, like
maybe narrow
solar.
the uses
And what
for
happens
fossil
is,
fuels.
and so what happens is in the short term, the coal industry has jobs.
Right.
We need that coal to manufacture this stuff, and then you honestly tell people, hey, it's not the wave of the future. Like
Right.
look into getting into something else.
Right.
But in the meantime, these are your jobs. Also, you have natural gas. Natural gas is something that we've tapped into, and it's cheap. It's very cheap.
but
not
fracking is
It-
terrible for the environment.
It is terrible for the
It
environment,
destroys.
but it is cheap.
No,
It is cheap.
Yeah,
it is dirt.
it's cheap.
It's driving
But
down.
if we're talking about saving the environment now,
Right.
fracking is the last thing you want to do.
That's right.
As
There's-
someone that works in water,
no, I
treatment,
understand that. I understand
the
that.
fracking water we have.
Destroys water
there's lakes.
supplies.
There's
understand.
man-made lakes in Canada right now
Mm-hmm.
that is full of this frack water.
Right.
That literally they can't do anything with. They can't treat it. I was working on a project. I'm trying to figure out a way to treat this water, and it is fucking hard.
Yeah.
And it's worth, if you can figure it out, it's worth billions of dollars.
I'll
So
tell you
hey,
this, like, look
anybody
at-
out there that knows this shit,
In the
get
Great
on it.
Plains, I'm not sure exactly, but I read something
Alaska,
like years ago or something like that. But in the Great Plains, where they have like a lot of fracking like ventures and all that stuff,
Yeah.
you look at that and you look at how much tornadoes have gone up across like the Great Plains and like
Okay.
that area. Like, of course, you have tornadoes in the Great Plains.
Trying to
and
say like
stuff.
the gas is coming up from the ground.
I don't
now.
know what it is. Like, I'm not a.
But there's an
meteor-
increase.
Yeah, but there's a correlation between the fracking industry, like how much we've.
Even earthquakes too.
Yes.
Earthquakes especially.
yeah.
The fracking that they've been doing has caused. I can't remember exactly where it was, but it was something like they were having an average of like one earthquake every maybe 2 years to year and a half,
Yeah.
to having 200 in 1 year.
Yeah.
So, dude, they're literally they're breaking the plates, like the tectonic plates, and extracting the gas out of the deep layers of rock.
Yeah.
And by doing this, you're disturbing the whole fucking basis of what we live on top of. You know what I
Okay.
mean?
I think it's a
so to bring
combination
it
of
back
things,
to
too.
the Paris Accord, right?
Yeah.
So the Paris Accord is talking about zero emissions or lowering emissions.
Lowering emissions.
And the way to do
I
that
think
is
the
through
main thing
solar
is
and turbine.
Right.
And so if the United States was leading that and all the private industries were still going for that, they had like market projections, like they know what the federal government stance on it is and that they're going to be backed by the federal government. Then what they do is they pour money into that, and the United States is built on innovation.
They budget based off like their government grants, basically.
Well, the
Right.
government
And
should be
they're-
paying should be paying companies to do these things.
Right, but they subsidize
As
them because
opposed
to-
they're doing something. They're doing
Yeah.
work
you guys,
that's for the future. But the
I'm
thing
all-
about it is,
hold
though,
on.
if all countries, you have 198 countries or something like that,
Right.
that are tied into this, and you think about it, the most innovative country in the world is still the United States.
Well,
You guys are gonna say, well,
Japan,
but
China,
most people say that, but all right, a lot of people say the
Germany.
I
When you
think
talk about
Germany's
when you talk
leading
about
right now as far
manufacturing,
as
when you
Germany
talk,
and Switzerland are leading.
Taiwan's
they
pretty fucking
they
good.
will. Oh my God, you guys!
I'm just saying.
But
Hey,
I'm
man.
saying,
Okay,
but I'm
go ahead,
saying,
Go ahead.
but I'm saying, when you set something like that back, what it does is it pulls out the private sector a little bit, not a lot, because like you said, they'll keep doing it because it's like they
So-
morally want to. But what it is the United States would lead. They would be the lead. You say Germany.
you know what?
You say Japan.
big-
it would be
the
the
big-
United States.
the big
and they're
companies-
losing because they would sell that technology to other countries.
But the big
and they're
companies
losing out on a huge market. So it's not just about moral superiority. It's about jobs and it's about economy.
The business world has evolved to where sustainability is a factor in business nowadays.
no, yeah, definitely.
100,
the triple bottom
50,
line.
100 years ago, people didn't care about the environment, sustainability. They didn't think about that. They thought, they weren't thinking resources were going to run out. Nowadays, we're aware of it. Trust me, any successful business is going to make sure that they're able to sustain.
They're gonna make sure they're able to sustain.
Right.
But that they're not thinking. I'm
But-
not gonna say like, but like most businesses are thinking about profit.
Most businesses, but also at the same time, in order to get that profit, they got to appeal to their consumer. So if the consumer, it's all about educating the consumer. You educate the consumer to not buy this product because they make their shit with petroleum products, but buy this one because it's made with a corn-based, plastic. Educate the consumer, and through you don't need the government to give everybody money. Through capitalism, the better company, the better product will
I guess you say that.
will
Rise to the top.
Yeah, there you go.
Rise to the top.
Yeah.
But I guess you say that. But if you talk about like something that was brought to my attention was like microchips.
Yeah.
Like in the initial stage of like computers, like the internet, microchips and stuff like that, the government bought all that shit. Like they poured money into that because
who was the president at the time?
I don't know. But anyway, so they poured money into that. They subsidized
I'm not saying
that
it's a
whole
bad
industry.
thing.
And that's what I'm saying. Like
IBM
there are
and
industries
things like
that
is.
have no market value,
We
like
were in
that
the space
that
race
that
at that
have
point
like a
in time
small
too,
value
so.
at
As
that
far
point.
as
But you have to be
innovation-
forward thinking. Like you have.
I understand.
And with wind and solar,
So this
it's
is
not going to make money
is-
right now.
this
But
is-
what happens is, like you said, capitalism. Capitalism is about making money.
It is.
And if companies aren't going to make money doing it, then what they're
At the same time, they got
Right?
in order
Or
to
is
make.
that not-
But no, I understand what you're saying. But at the same time, in order to make money, they got to appeal to the consumer.
That's what I'm thinking.
So
right.
if the consumer is knowledgeable
That's true.
and doesn't buy a bunch of crap, don't go to Walmart and buy a bunch of China made shit.
But it's also
you're
about
worried-
price, though. It's also about price, dude.
Okay, so
So there's a lot of things
again,
involved.
There's a
lot
there's
of
a
factors.
balance.
There's a lot of
Yeah,
factors.
yeah.
There are a lot of factors.
There's a lot of factors.
Oh shit! I had something to say, but I totally spaced. But go ahead. I'll think of it.
No. Let's digress a little bit because we're kind of going with this. But I like the points being made. It makes sense. The whole point is that the whole point of this Paris Accord is, I think the main goal is to keep the temperature of the Earth from rising 2 degrees by the year 2020. That's like the number one goal. But it's because of these.
And
countries,
is that worth billions of dollars?
It's-
Yes.
yes.
That is
Okay.
dude. Oh my
These
God.
tornadoes he was just talking about. Hawaii just had 3 hurricanes in a row last year. Like one
okay
right
with that.
behind.
We didn't
That's
get
not,
hit.
but it's not natural.
What are you
It's-
talking about?
It's not a
It
natural.
depends. It was
occurrence.
El Nino.
It's not.
It was El Nino,
The
man.
boy?
Okay, it's one thing to have more tornadoes than normal, and it's one thing hurricanes than normal, and it's one thing to have 3 hurricanes at the same time.
No,
Like
it's fucking
it's
weather,
never
man.
happened. It's never happened ever.
You don't know that. You've
It's-
been alive
it's-
for 31, 32
Well,
years.
since they've been tracking these things,
Yeah,
they
we have records.
So are you saying
There are
there's
records.
never been ever in the history of the world?
No,
there's
Tony.
never been 3
Tony.
hurricanes in the
Tony.
Pacific at
What-
the same
they-
time.
I understand
3
models are wrong, right? But mathematical.
What kind of models?
Oh well, all like
They're all lies.
yeah. Fuck you, Zoolander. But mathematical models.
Hansel, he's so hot right now.
Fucking Hansel.
It's just there's things occurring. Water
'cause
levels are
global
rising.
warming,
That's
asshole.
that's not normal.
Hey,
and
I'm not gonna lie. It's
No,
hot.
but what they're saying
It's
is
just hot.
I guess the thing they point to is since the Industrial Revolution and all that shit, like it's
Since they started keeping
noticeably.
track of this.
Yeah, it's like noticeably, and no, they've been keeping track of the climate of the.
But the
Earth.
ozone layer.
No, the climate.
No, yeah, like climate. They've been
Temperature
keeping track. Yeah,
changes,
temperature changes.
things
Like
like
when
that.
they say,
Guys,
"Oh,
you,
it's
remember
the,
there was an ice age at one point?
no." I
The
understand.
climate changes.
I understand that, Tony. But what we want to do is
that could have been.
we want to minimalize the amount that humans affect climate change.
I agree.
And that's it. That's
Hey, like I said, I'm all for the
and
green
that's
initiative.
the main argument, right?
But if it's costing America billions of dollars, and we have other things we could put that money to use that I think will benefit the country in better ways, I'm all for that too.
See, here's my
And
thing,
in the
though.
same
But
token,
if-
I think the big companies manufacturing in America are still gonna kind of they're not forced to abide by some green initiative, but I think they'll still abide by a better production method and whatnot than they were before.
I just hope that these companies still, because companies get discounts and tax breaks and all kinds of things for how well they go green, right?
Hey, and that's great too.
I hope
Yeah.
that I hope that
Subsidies.
the subsidies. Yeah. I hope that
It's
stays in
not-
place.
You don't
I hope that
just
doesn't
get
change.
money. It's tax breaks. You just don't owe as much taxes at the end of the year.
Right, but
yeah,
I
that's,
mean,
that's what a subsidy is.
you also get recognition.
Well, no,
You're also
it's a write-off.
you're also
It's a
listed.
tax refund.
People
You've
like
seen
to
the
do
episode
business.
of Seinfeld. Kramer's like, it's a write-off. And Jerry's like, what's
What's
a
a
write-off?
write-off? I don't know, but they write it off.
Yeah.
But I think the
do.
mentality the mentality of people are to go green now. And
Yeah.
it's as far as
Hey.
companies that you want to work with. If a big company wants to work with another big company, if they go, hey, you're kind of wrecking the environment over here. Like we don't kind of like what you're doing.
Expose
They're not
it.
gonna deal. They're not gonna deal with them.
Let the news expose it.
Bro,
Those-
And then the
and
consumers find out, hey,
those
this company
companies
I've
will be
been buying
filtered out all the
from
time.
is dirty.
you guys say that, but they just
It
rolled,
happens
they
all the
rolled
time.
back regulations that stopped companies from dumping shit into rivers and lakes in the past
Okay,
6
so
months.
if
right?
they start doing it,
And
tell
they-
the people, and the people will be like, what the fuck? And then
No,
no one's
I-
going to buy their
I
shit, and they're going to
understand-
go out of
I
business.
I understand you're saying tell the people, but that's like there's like a gap between what the people know and like what's actually going on. And like there's
Yeah,
what the
it's
people
because of
there's
shitty reporting.
it's
but
not
let's-
just no, like you're blaming it on reporting, but that's shitty fucking that's who's ever doing it.
That's ethics.
That's legislation. That's legislation.
Again,
and that's
business
companies.
ethics.
That's business ethics, and that's
I agree.
legislation.
I agree,
The fact that
100%.
they're tied in is ridiculous, but
Ethics,
they are.
I mean,
And so you
ethics
can't-
aren't
you can't- don't-
necessarily tied into legislation. If
Like I know about it.
Just
I know.
because, just because the law is not to kill someone, people still kill people because they have bad ethics.
No, I understand.
Just because
I
people
under-
break the laws, just because there's laws doesn't mean everything's hunky dory.
Okay. Yeah.
You know what I mean?
No,
Yeah,
I
we
get
get
it.
it.
I get
Okay.
it. I get it.
So let's put it on the companies, and let's put it on the consumers to know what's going on with what they're
But
buying.
at the same time, these companies should
If
be
the-
penalized for harming the environment
See, like
in a negative way.
I guess you guys say that, but I know because
Publicity
because of
will put
reporting.
them out of business.
I know because of reporting that there is a chemical that was banned by the last administration, and then it was unbanned by this administration.
What chemical?
I don't know the name of the chemical. It's an agriculture.
What is it for?
It's a pesticide, and it's known to like retard. Excuse me.
It's not paraquat, right?
I don't know the name of the chemical.
Okay.
I don't. But it's
Well, you can say retarded as long as
can
it's
say
used the
retarded.
right way.
yeah. So it's known.
It's known
Yeah.
to
Does it retard growth or
yeah,
does
like
it?
No,
it retards
it's
mental like development
in
in children.
Oh, okay.
So it, like your baby will come out.
And it causes sickness.
not good.
Mentally
Yeah,
retarded.
it's not good, right? And so it was deregulated, and now they just had an event in I don't know, some farmland country, and people were like vomiting and nauseous and all this
That's not
stuff
good.
because it is
Poison.
It's a poison. But then the thing about it is like it's so bad, and it was like it was on the cusp of being banned, and now it's not. And the thing about it is I know
Okay.
about it. I know about it.
Now,
But do you guys know about it?
I don't
like
know.
it's been
I don't know if you
it's-
can tell me the name of the pesticide. Maybe I have heard of it.
Like
but
it's been reported.
so
but like
so I'm all like I said. I'm all for it. Listen, this is my point.
yeah,
This
so,
is in another
okay,
country.
No,
or
this
in
is
the
my
US?
point right here.
Here.
So let's say this a carrot farmer is using this pesticide, right?
right.
Okay, so you have Johnny over here using the pesticide. You got Mark over here growing organic. Okay.
Right.
Again, educate the consumer. What's organic versus what Johnny's farm's doing? Hey, dude, if someone Johnny's using this pesticide, tell the news. Report it to the people. Don't buy carrots from Johnny's farm. Buy carrots from Mark's farm.
I guess that's a difference. Like that's the difference me and you have. Like I think journalism. Like I know it's like a pillar of like our democracy, but I think it pales in it pales in comparison to the legislative branch. And the legislative branch doesn't care enough that something like that harms its citizens.
Right.
And that's the problem I have.
Kind of like how the lead got into the water in Detroit and,
Flint.
all that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Like-
yeah,
Or
that's
Flint,
horrible.
yeah.
That's horrible.
That's terrible. Like I
That's
understand.
terrible.
I understand people should
So-
report on it. Yeah, that is a part.
That's when the shit was in this. We were in the Paris Accord when that happened. It didn't stop that from happening.
Oh no, that's different. Like that.
How's that? Why is that different?
No, the Paris Accord is energy based. It's about
Okay,
energy.
I understand that, but
That's
but
infrastructure.
we've all
that's infrastructure, and
okay.
that's something
So, but
different.
About
we
reducing
have
greenhouse
we have an
gases,
EPA, right? We have an EPA. The
Yeah.
U.S. has an EPA. The EPA was around when that Flint, Michigan thing was going on. It did not stop it, and it hasn't remedied it yet. So what the fuck are we paying taxes for the goddamn EPA to do? They ain't doing shit. What about when we had the oil spill over here, or the molasses spill over here, the harbor by Matson? What the fuck did they do? They didn't do a goddamn thing. They just said, "Oh, it'll wash away, I guess."
Yeah.
They didn't do anything. They don't
And that's
do anything.
That's where I hope if we're pulling out of this that we should
I don't
be,
even think they fine the people for spilling the molasses.
we should be holding our if we're gonna be giving companies this leeway, we should also be putting stricter things on how they're producing things, and they should be doing it the proper way. It shouldn't give them leeway to damage the environment more or hurt the environment more.
I don't think. And again, I don't think they will if we educate the consumer.
Well, one of Trump's main points was the fact that we're not going to be putting money towards this Paris Accord anymore. This money is going to be staying here.
I'm fine with that. Yeah.
And if that's the case, then we still need to be conscious of what we're doing
I
here.
agree with that. I agree with
Even
that.
if we're not, I mean, I think it's kind of backwards to not look at it like we're all on one
It's an
planet.
investment.
We're all on one planet.
I think that
But
money.
if you're gonna,
I think that money
I
that
think
they're pulling out of the Paris Accord could be used.
to build a wall. No, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding.
Solar wall.
I'm just kidding.
a solar wall now.
wall.
It's a
Now
solar
we're
wall.
talking. No.
But
hey,
yeah.
But I think it could be used.
There's
to,
so many
to
sustainable
companies.
options.
That's
man.
what the federal government does. The federal government that's one of its roles, to encourage things that aren't exactly the most popular things in the states and the country.
You want the government to subsidize something cool? Have you guys seen solar roadways?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That's what they should subsidize. Make all the interstates on the fucking U.S. with those
That's
hexagon.
infrastructure, yeah.
No, and again, I agree that we need to update an
It's also
infrastructure.
expensive as shit, but
We just saved billions of
looked
dollars.
cool idea.
Have you looked at the budget that's been? Never mind.
We just saved billions. We just
I
saved
haven't,
billions
but
of
I've
dollars,
seen an
right?
article on
Hey,
it, and they said it's feasibly
hey,
not possible.
Hey,
but,
we
Yeah,
just
it's fucking retarded.
saved billions of dollars pulling out of the Paris Accord.
but it's a cool idea.
Let's put it into the interstate. Let's put it into the interstates. Pave those motherfuckers. Not pave them, but redo the whole things with those solar panels.
Put it on the one between Vegas and LA, man. I guarantee
And I'm
that
telling
one
you,
will
you'll
fucking
power
kill.
Vegas with just that fucking one strip of road.
What are you talking about? That's the power loop, bro, or the hyperloop.
Oh, no. I'm talking about the solar roadway. The Hyperloop's happening in Northern California, I believe.
From northern to LA.
You've seen. I've showed
San
you that
Francisco
before, right?
somewhere.
The solar roadways. It's like
Yeah.
the little hexagon panels.
Yeah. I know what you're talking about.
And they're, dude.
You produce
first
energy
of all,
by driving on them too, right?
No. So what it is it collects
Data.
They just
Well, it does collect data. So for instance, if
They're
like let's say
photovoltaic
there's a dead deer on the road
Yeah.
or like a fallen tree, it's all LED too. So it literally you can change roads, different lanes just by on a computer. You can do your whole parking lot. You can change all the parking lot configuration all on your computer. You can make a basketball court.
And it's
change it to-
modular too, right?
Yeah, it's all modular.
Yeah.
So make a basketball court to a volleyball court to Foursquare to whatever. It's all with a push of a button. It's genius.
until someone
I'll
hacks
vote
it,
for
it
you,
makes
bro.
until somebody hacks it, it makes a
Would
Foursquare.
you vote for me on that?
Run on that platform.
I gotta call those solar roadway people.
Dude,
but
I'm
no,
not-
it's seriously. It. I thought it was a great idea.
It is a great idea.
I mean,
man.
instead of doing the rail, we could have done just the H2 with that shit and powered half of Honolulu with just the solar power.
Oh, that rail's a debacle right now.
Oh God, don't get me started on that. But anyway,
even no.
Well, let's finish this topic up. But I guess Hawaii was the first one, the first state to actually sign on with
Of
the Paris
course we were.
Accord. Just because we're going to be the ones underwater first if everything melts, obviously.
Yeah.
And since then, 10 other states have also signed on to agree with the Paris Accord, along with
Dude,
I
they
think
don't-
over 1,200 companies.
we're the
So-
United States. We're one country.
I think it's just people saying,
God
"Hey,
damn it.
we had these green initiatives. We're just gonna
I
stick.
mean,
we're just gonna stick
Bartender!
with it."
I
think
mean, you
that's the
say
main
that.
thing.
People
need a
say
beer,
that
please.
like we're one country. We're the United States, and they have the biggest issue with federal government.
Who? Me?
No, I'm not saying you, but I'm saying it's a trend.
I'm all
Well, the
for
states have
smaller,
always
less
governed
government,
themselves.
man. I'm all
The
for
states
less
have
government.
always governed
I get
themselves.
that. And he
That's why-
just said several states signed on, and you said we're the
Less
United
government.
States. We're the United States.
Yeah.
But less government is like states. They're like we're gonna do the Paris.
It's
Accord
also
thing.
about checks and balances, and
Whatever. Don't
I
try
think
to,
we're
don't
just
try to put words in my mouth.
we're just
Philip.
throwing out civics words right now.
What's next on the goddamn agenda?
Wow.
I love Mother
No,
Earth. Don't get me wrong.
Dude,
Get
let's-
political.
Let's go rompers.
Oh, are we gonna go less political on this one?
This one's not.
Well, we can jump right into that.
Well, there you go.
Well, here we go.
Here's
Oh boy.
again. I don't know the facts on this. I wasn't paying attention. Apparently, Comey's testifying
These
tomorrow.
are great pictures of both of them, by the way.
I
don't
know.
how you
I
got
did a
those
good
side by
job.
sides. You picked good ones. Comey's due to testify in the Senate
Why
Intelligence
does
Committee tomorrow.
Trump's throat looks like a butthole.
I don't know. He looks
I'm
he looks
sorry,
like Dana
dude.
Carvey from Wayne's World, dude.
Oh,
a little bit, yeah. Hey, I'm off Trump. You're my boy, but you know,
Anyway,
your neck you get that neck fixed.
so he's gonna testify in front of the Senate Intelligence Committee tomorrow. Obviously, this is tied back to possible ties to Russia
So
with
what,
his
in
campaign.
In his written statements, has any evidence been presented that?
I don't think there's anything proving Trump is involved, but I think the concern is that maybe associates
Thank
of
you, ma'am.
Trump were involved.
Next time, don't block the camera. Jesus.
No.
And well, I think
Just
I think the main part of this case is that there seems to be certain things that seem to be obstruction of justice involved.
For instance,
Bingo.
Instance Comey getting fired in the first place.
Hey. It's a right to work state.
It's the FBI, bro. I don't know if it works like that, especially the
Yeah,
head of
of
the
course
FBI.
it does, dude. The FBI is at the service of the president. He appoints the FBI director. He can fire him for anything he fucking wants. Of course, it doesn't look good when you fire him when he's investigating you, but
And then you go on TV the next day.
it is what it is.
After you. Okay, so the FBI director
Hey,
is investigating him.
You never
then the
use
next
you
day-
never use a loophole ever to,
To be
get
clear,
yourself out of trouble.
To be clear, he was never investigating Trump.
Okay.
To be clear,
That's-
he
okay.
is not investigating Trump.
Right.
that
he's
that
just-
has no bearing
He's
on
just trying
obstruction.
He's just
First
trying to
of all,
see
that has
if
no
Russia
bearing.
had an interference with the election, right?
But
okay.
he
So
was
anyway,
never investigating
So
Trump.
we're talking about this because this testimony tomorrow is all about obstruction for the most part. And
What-
like you said,
Who
he
obstructed
does.
what?
President Trump obstructing the investigation into
Sorry.
how the Russians fucked with our election.
Okay.
So anyways, so the FBI is doing that election or that investigation, and well, first of all, he asked the FBI director, stop, like, don't. That's in that testimony. He's like, could you let this go? My friend, he's investigating Mike Flynn, who was a national security advisor, which is a pretty big deal.
Right.
Donald Trump asked the FBI director, could you let that go? Could you not investigate him? He's a good guy.
Okay.
Which is already
I'd
no
do that
brainer.
for you, bro. If you were being
Oh.
investigated,
That's obstruction of justice.
I don't care. You're my friend.
No, but anyway, so
How is that obstruction just for asking? Hey, man, can you give my
a
friend a
president
break?
never asked.
I'll ask you this.
Give my friend a break.
If you're like,
If
you're
you
someone's
were-
boss, if you're someone's boss,
Yes.
switch it up a little bit.
I'm
And you're
people's
like,
boss.
okay, could you, if you just ask for something, right?
Like what?
Like
Give me an example.
like sexual favor
Wait.
from one of your employees.
If I
You don't
ask,
tell them to. You don't say, hey,
I don't-
you have to.
I'm
But
not
you're like,
gonna
hey,
tell you to
um,
drink a Sprite.
Hey, could
I might ask you if you want to.
like
No,
you,
no,
you
no.
invite them into the office and you're like,
I think you. No, wait.
Hold on.
I think
you're a little.
there's
that's
another
a
way you
bad
could take that.
analogy.
Okay, say someone does a sexual favor in the office, and then you go, hey, this could be taken a certain way. You go, hey, why don't you just forget
my
about
name-
that
is my-
guy? Why don't you just forget about that guy doing that with that girl?
Hold
let's
on.
just ignore the what happened and let's just move on.
I
What's
solved the
going
crime.
on?
I'm Bill Clinton, in the Oval Office.
Oh, and he got caught.
Yes.
Let's remember that because
But
he was
no.
investigated.
I think so. What you're saying is, Trump's in trouble for asking Comey to let his buddy off.
yes.
Okay. For instance, let's say we're driving down the road. You get pulled over. Okay.
right.
Oh no.
Let me just say this first. Who's the only president that you know of off the top of your head that resigned from presidency?
Nixon.
That's why he resigned, because he was about to get impeached for obstruction of justice. That is It's a deal.
It's when
but
you
anyway,
overreach
Okay,
your
you're talking
bounds
about-
as a president. Let's put it this way: Trump.
So you're
no,
telling
hold
me
on.
you're telling
Okay, go
me
ahead.
you're telling me just asking, hey man, go easy on my buddy, like relax.
that's
if it's-
obstruction.
That's
Yeah.
how is that obstruction? I'm not stopping you from.
He's the president of the United States. That's
So
why.
what?
No,
He's
it's
in a-
not only that. But you're saying, okay, what is obstruction? Obstruction is obstruction of justice. Is when you
Okay, hold
when
on, I
you
gotta-
meddle, like
I gotta-
when you
I gotta-
get in the way of.
I got a better
so he's
analogy. I
investigating
got a better
someone.
analogy.
He's
Okay.
investigating someone.
Okay,
and you
so
want that investigation.
I'm
to
the
stop.
let's say
You're
I'm the owner
essentially-
of a company. I
Yeah.
got you. Hold on. Let's say I'm owner of a company, and let's say
get it.
a friend is working for me.
Yeah, we
Let's-
get the point you're trying to make. We understand that. It's
and that's the point that
it's-
like that's
how
like,
is
that's
that-
his thinking.
if
That's
he-
his
if
thinking.
Obstruction of justice is like destroying evidence.
it's
No,
okay.
it's-
Say
that's
yeah.
not-
that is obstruction of justice because if you
that
destroy
is,
evidence,
no, I'm not saying that's not, but there,
Okay.
it's a broader thing
asking
than that.
someone to give my friend a break is not fucking obstruction of justice.
if,
I'm not
if they did
forcing
something
you to
illegal,
do it.
if they did something illegal, it is.
Okay,
If they're being investigated,
If they
I'm
murdered
not-
somebody in your company and you're telling the cops, hey, you say you know the head of police, and you're like, hey, my buddy, let's just like not worry
this
about
happens
what
all
he
the
did.
time. This happens all the time.
Yeah, but it's not right. It's not legal either.
I'm
and
not saying it's right or legal.
right. So if you get caught doing something
But-
illegal,
But that's not
They
obstruction.
committed a crime,
That's
and
not
you're
obstruction
keeping them
of
from-
justice.
Tony, it is. You can look for it like later.
Asking is not obstruction of justice.
Asking what?
Telling
No,
him.
asking what?
Now, if he would have said, "Let my friend
What is-
go,
what-
or I'm going to fire you," that would be obstruction
What
of
happened?
justice.
No, okay. Here's another thing. in the
It doesn't
testimony.
matter. There's a loophole.
Hold on.
That's a loophole.
No,
hey, man, can you
you
give my friend a break? No. Okay. Well, I don't really like how you're doing your job anyway. You're fired.
Here, Tony.
That's a totally
Totally
different
Tony,
story.
And it's a
There-
totally
You're an
different set of
employer.
people.
You know what I'm talking about.
Tony. There's more. All
Okay,
right.
go ahead. Yes, right. I don't know the facts. That's all
Yeah,
I
no,
know.
no,
So
yeah.
go ahead. Go ahead. Keep going.
All right. So I guess. So Donald Trump was speaking to President Trump was speaking to the FBI director, and he's like, he asked for his loyalty. He had a meeting with him, and he said, "Hey, are you loyal to me?" Like he asked for his loyalty. Like, are you loyal to me?
Okay.
And the FBI director is like, "I can be honest with you, but I can't promise you my loyalty, not in the political way." And Donald Trump was like, "So you can give me your honest loyalty." And the FBI director, yeah, the
See, he's
FBI
slick.
director
I
was
like it. He's slick.
the FBI director was like he said yes, I guess. He might say yes, he might say I guess, or something like that. But anyways, there's a couple of meetings that were sketchy like that. And later on, the FBI director told his boss, "Hey, I don't feel comfortable with being alone with Trump because
Who
he's
is the FBI director's boss?
Here, let me read the quote. Let me
Attorney
read the
General
quote.
Jeff Sessions."
Let's
Okay.
be clear. Jeff Comey, who is the FBI director,
James.
James Comey, that is not typical for the FBI director to speak directly with the president,
Right.
because Comey only spoke with Obama twice ever, and it was to say it was on a security concern on one occasion, and the other occasion was to say goodbye.
You're
in
saying it is
2016.
rare.
It's rare.
It's rare.
Okay.
So who Comey's supposed to report to is actually the Attorney General, who's
Didn't
Jeff
the
Sessions.
who was the president that created the FBI?
Carter.
Truman.
Carter?
No,
Truman.
it was before that. It was like
Anyway, wait, hold on. Let me
Eisenhower. or
let me
Truman or
read the
something, one
quote.
of those.
Okay, so this occurred.
Kristen, this is where you come in. Who created the FBI and the CIA?
There we go.
I'm on it. Hold on.
Okay.
Well, the CIA. I don't
So
know.
this is where the issues got really shady, and
This
this
was
is what-
Hoover.
this is
I think Hoover did
No,
it.
he was the director. He was the first director of the FBI.
Oh,
so
okay. So
Trump's-
who was the president before him?
why does it
Hoover
matter?
wasn't a president.
Why does it matter? Let's
Isn't it-
continue on the topic.
Hoover?
Yeah, he wasn't a president. He was the director of the FBI for like fucking like 13, 15,
I'm pretty
18
sure
years or
Hoover was
some
a
shit.
president at some point, right? Or
You're
am I
probably
just
right.
fucking
You're
way
right.
off?
I guarantee you.
I don't know. You have a USA hat and T-shirt on. I'm not fucking with you, bro. I'm wearing a Philippine
No,
shirt.
I have no idea.
Okay, so this is the conversation that happened when when James Comey was invited to dinner at the Oval Office or the Green Room with Donald Trump.
Can you read it in their voices?
According
too?
to
Yeah,
you
we need
read
accents.
James
I
Comey.
want Donald Trump's voice, and I want
Yeah.
and I want Comey's voice.
So-
Well, there.
Yeah, he's
Comey-
kind of a
I don't know how they sound. And
Oh, shucks.
I want
Maybe
the
it could do the
voices, or get the fuck out of
Yeah.
here.
Okay. All right.
Pixar, get the fuck out. Voices or it didn't happen.
Near the end of our dinner, the president returned to the subject of my job, saying he was very glad I wanted to stay, adding that he had heard great things about me from Jim Mattis, Jeff Sessions, and many others. He then said,
I don't know why he has
I need loyalty. I repeated, you will always get honesty from me. He paused and said, that's what I want. Honest loyalty.
That's pretty good. That's pretty good.
I paused, then said, you will get that from me. As I wrote in the memo I created immediately after the dinner, it is possible we understood the phrase honest loyalty differently. But I decided it wouldn't be productive for us to push it further. The term honest loyalty had helped end a very awkward conversation, and my explanations had made clear what he should expect.
So he's a fucking traitor is what you're saying.
Exactly, bro.
All right,
Hang that
ready?
motherfucker.
Moving
Case
on.
fucking
Next.
closed.
Are
If
guys
you
ready
promise
or
your
no?
allegiance to the president, you better fucking keep it. Oh, yeah, go ahead, Kristen.
All right.
That's true, but
The
you.
founders are J. Edgar Hoover and Theodore Roosevelt.
Hoover.
Hoover.
Theodore Roosevelt.
Hoover.
Really, Roosevelt?
Roosevelt and Hoover.
Yeah. And
Yeah.
the first director was Hoover also.
Now, was Hoover ever president? That's the next one. If he was,
You went all the fucking you ran everything.
Why do you care?
maybe he was a vice president. I don't know.
What does it matter?
I don't know. I just
Hoover's
want
the
I
one
want to
that-
know.
Here's
Hoover's
the
the
thing
one
is-
that
'Cause it-
he spied on one of the presidents, the cross-dressing president, which was Truman, right?
So I don't know.
There was a cross-dressing
Whoa, we're
president.
digging deep now.
There was a
J.
president
Edgar
that
Hoover was not a president.
Oh, what was he the vice president?
I don't think so. He was the. I'm telling you, he was the one that fucking gave
I feel like Home Alone.
LSD,
I feel like
he was
Home
the
Alone
one that
2
did
steered me
all those
wrong.
fucking
It was
crazy
a weird
experiments on
I
people.
feel
and shit.
I feel like Home Alone 2 lied to me then, or I just misremembered Rob
Herbert
Snyder's
Hoover
quote.
was a president.
Huh?
Herbert Hoover.
Herbert Hoover was. I knew there was a Hoover.
I knew it wasn't that guy.
Were they related?
Down the hall to the left. Oh, I think it was down
The
the hall to the
president.
right. Hey, do you know where the bathroom
Is that the vacuum guy?
Here, what I think the main
No,
issue is
the
with this
president.
topic, if we could just get back to it real fast.
Shut up. Go ahead.
Because Tony hates me talking shit about Trump.
I don't hate it. Hey, if he's doing fucked up shit,
I think
I'm all for
Trump
listening.
doesn't know how the office works.
He doesn't know basic civics. You remember that class in high school that you took that told you how the government works?
Yes.
Donald Trump
I think
doesn't understand.
He
that.
He understands it
trying
from
to
a
run
business
He's trying to
standpoint.
run it like it's one of his businesses.
Right.
And if you've ever worked for someone, let's say my dad, who thinks that just everything they say is right, it's not always necessarily right, but they know some shit.
They're setting up. Yeah, they know their shit. They have a way of doing things,
Right.
There's a hierarchy you go through.
and you're not just gonna push someone out of that.
Right.
So
And
the,
this
the
guy's
analogy.
a 70-year-old
So
man.
the analogy I wanted to make earlier was, let's say I'm the owner of the company. My manager is my manager. He's investigating a theft. Someone stole some fucking shit from the company. He finds out it's my cousin that stole a couple wrenches from the toolbox or some shit. Okay, I tell him, hey man, it's my cousin. He's going through some shit. Whatever. Go easy on him. Don't fire him. Just suspend him or whatever. That's obstruction of justice.
Right there, that is justice. You're the judge, and in that instance, you are the judge.
I'm not the judge. If anything, I'm micromanaging then.
No, you're the judge. Like when you say, "This is the sentence," like this should be the sentence. You're essentially handing down.
No,
the
no,
sentence.
because ultimately it's up to the manager. If
Right.
they're in charge of that department, if they say the guy got to go, they got to go. That's how I run my companies.
Right. Okay. So you're.
But if it's if there's, let's say you're working there. Let's say for some reason you stole a
The,
wrench.
the
I don't
problem with
fucking
your
know.
argument is you're bringing it down to too much of a small level, a personal level.
I'm trying to
And
just.
that's not how our government
trying to
works.
bring
We
it
have
down-
I
different.
guess what it does is it takes away the checks and balances.
Yes.
That's the
But
thing.
You
that's
can't
the
do
thing though.
that.
What,
the president
what is the
should
rules?
not be allowed to influence an investigation.
The president is not a ruler.
But is the president the one that hires and fires the director of the FBI?
He no. Well, it depends. He does.
Okay.
He does.
So
Jeff
he's
She-
not breaking
Jeff
any
Sessions,
laws by firing
Jeff
him.
Sessions should be the one to
He's
fire him
not-
because
he's not breaking any laws by firing him. But what
Okay.
he's doing is he's possibly breaking laws by dictating how he does his job. His
Again,
job.
he didn't say you have to do it. He
That's-
asked the question.
It's not about.
Why? Because he's the president, we all gotta suck his dick or something?
And that's one.
Do
that,
you
that's
fucking,
one. That's
he
one
asked
way to
you-
look at
He
it.
asked you a question.
That's one way to
Don't
look
be
at
a
it.
pussy and say, sorry, Mr. President,
when
I
you're-
gotta do my job.
Dude, you're talking about the most powerful man
It's
in
Donald
the world.
Trump. Now you're scared of Donald Trump.
You're scared of the office of president.
If you were working
You're
for
talking
Trump,
about the most powerful fucking man in the world, and your livelihood is determined by what on his whim. And guess what? His whim turned out to fire him.
Bend over so you don't get fired? No, do your job. If you get fired anyway, at least you were doing your job.
maybe he was doing his job properly, and that was the problem.
That's my thing. Like, okay.
You ever heard of whistleblower cases?
Okay, bend over or do your job, but dude, that's fucking harassment.
But my point
that
being
is harassment.
He didn't
like,
do
if you
that.
Feel pressure,
he wasn't.
If you
he
feel
wasn't.
pressure,
he was a pussy about it.
If you feel pressure,
when
Tony,
Trump asked him, "Am I going to have your loyalty?" You should have said, "Mr. President, I'm loyal to my country, and I'm going to do what I think is right in my position." That's what he should have said, not be like, "Okay, Mr. President," and then just be like, "I got you."
He said, "I can't offer you my loyalty."
Read the quote again. Read it again.
I can't offer you my loyalty.
That's not what he said.
Yeah, in the sense of the normal politics way of being loyal.
Okay,
to
so
someone.
because he was vague, he's off the hook.
Dude, that's Trump's fault too, because Trump should know all those people, and Trump took an oath too. You take an oath to the Constitution.
This is the exact quote. The president said, "I need loyalty. I expect loyalty. I didn't move, speak, or change my facial expression in any way during the awkward silence that followed. We simply looked at each other in silence. The conversation then moved on, but he returned to the subject near the end of our dinner.
Okay, and what did he say?
At one point, I explained why it's so important for the FBI and the Department of Justice to be independent of the White House. I said it's a paradox throughout history. Some presidents have decided because problems become... Some presidents have decided that because problems come from justice, that they should try to hold the department close. But blurring those boundaries ultimately makes the problems worse by undermining the public trust in the institutions and their work." So what he's saying
wait. That's
by you keeping me from doing my job properly,
I was asking you
are
about
placing mistrust in this White House.
I didn't hear anything about that. I wanted to hear about what he asked.
That is
the quote you read earlier when he asked, "Do I have your loyalty? Do I have your honest loyalty?"
Okay.
Because right there, that's a lie. You don't have my honest loyalty because honestly,
it's
Mr.
not
President,
about honest loyalty. What is loyalty mean?
Hold on.
Is it when the mafia boss goes, "Hey, are you loyal to us?
Why would you have
Are
someone
loyal
working
to us?"
for you that's not loyal to you?
Bro.
If you're any manager, basically he's a manager of the Federal Bureau of Investigation, right? He's the general manager. A corporation, any corporation.
Tony, I understand that. Hold on, let me.
He's gonna ask.
I replied,
"Are you loyal to me and my company?"
The president
said,
"I'm not."
No, the answer.
Okay, well then you're fucking gone.
To answer your question,
here's the quote.
The president does hire and fire the FBI director.
Okay. So
his choice of FBI director is someone he feels will uphold the Constitution. That person has nothing but loyalty to the Constitution. He doesn't have loyalty to the president.
Who is he nominating for the position right now?
Christopher Wray.
And who is he, and what is his background?
He's a prosecutor. He used to be a U.S. Attorney General, I think, possibly.
Okay.
He's So
he's got credentials.
Yeah, he's
very
credentialed.
Okay. Now, there's no reason for him to not go into office, and if there was something in that case, to pick it up where Comey left off.
That's totally fine.
Okay.
Tony. But the thing is, when the president that's future stuff, and he did the right thing. He hired someone who was not. He has never run for public office.
Right.
He knows the law. Like he could be
a prosecutor.
He has respect in the law enforcement community. That's totally fine. Like that's a good pick.
Okay.
But it's not about his pick. It's about the guy he fired and creating that opening, and why he fired him. That's the only thing.
Now, okay, I understand what you're saying.
Mm-hmm.
I see your point. Now, did he fire someone and replace him with someone more competent? Regardless of what's going on, I'm just asking that. Do you think that this other guy might
he didn't fire him, and it's the jury's still out whether or not he's more competent.
You won't know.
The guy that Comey,
qualified on paper. Like
former director
what
Comey,
did Comey do?
He was the deputy. He was the deputy attorney general under George W. Bush. He was appointed by a Republican president, and then he was appointed as the FBI director under a Democratic president.
Okay.
This is a 10-year term too. And you're expected to work
as
for 10
a
years.
director of FBI.
Yes. Yeah, it's a 10-year term.
What year was he on?
2.
I'm not sure. Yeah, he was on.
So he just got appointed.
Yeah, but first of all, it's the first FBI director that's ever been fired. Second of all, you get a 10-year term.
Is he allowed to do it?
Yeah, you get a 10-year term, and I guess that's the thing. Like Trump's done a lot of things, and that is the end of the thing. Is like, well, it's not normal what he's done.
It's not normal for the president to go directly to the FBI director either.
But
he's
gonna. And
guys,
Tony's point is he hasn't broken any laws.
He's gonna do a lot of things that aren't normal. If he doesn't break the law,
he's not conscious of the chain of how things.
I understand.
Work.
Maybe like we all know he's not a politician. He's a businessman.
But the thing is, he's
not
trying to.
He
but
came in as part of his running campaign. I'm gonna run this country like a business.
He's an outsider.
Yeah.
I'm gonna run it like a business.
Yeah.
Okay. If you feel, first of all,
but that's not how government works.
Apparently it does because he didn't break any laws, so he's not going against how government works.
We don't know that yet.
Yeah, that's
to be
determined.
He asked the like I said.
No, but you're right. No.
Okay,
like,
so far,
right.
innocent until proven guilty, guys.
Yeah.
We're in
That's
America. Okay. Okay. You guys wearing the shirts, not me. So, I lost my train of thought now.
You're absolutely right. He hasn't broken any laws. He's an outsider. You were saying.
Yeah, I'm not saying he's an outsider.
No, like,
dude, I'm not gonna lie. I'm not gonna lie. As a human being,
I can't even agree with this guy.
I didn't like him on his reality shows, but the stance he took when he ran, and I'm not saying he's fulfilling all these promises. Sure. You know what I mean? But it seems to me he's trying to make an honest go at certain ones.
Right.
Okay. He's trying, like, for instance, pulling out of the Paris Accord, trying to bring the coal miners back to work. That he promised that he's trying to do that.
Sure.
He's trying to clean out, maybe clean it. Okay, this is the point I was trying to make earlier. I remember now. Let's just say, going into office, we all know about the Hillary scandal and all that shit. Okay, with the emails. Maybe Trump felt he didn't handle that case right.
That's part of it.
Okay. So if I feel like someone's not doing their job good and they just told me they're not loyal to me, why would I not fire you?
But there's one thing. Hold on. There's one fact to that, and that's on the campaign trail.
Mm-hmm.
He was praised by the Attorney General, his direct boss, and he was praised by Donald Trump.
Comey also reopened the investigation.
Let me just ask you guys.
And
do you think he handled the Hillary email investigation well? Do you think the FBI handled that well? I don't think they did.
I don't know too much about that. And the thing about that is that's fine. And
actually,
I'm not
Tony,
trying to, hold on. And actually, when he fired him, there was a memo that said it was signed by the Deputy Attorney General and the Attorney General. But that's another statement because he recused himself. So I don't know why the Attorney General signed the letter. But anyway, the Deputy Attorney General signed a letter, and it was a memo, and it essentially said, I recommend the director of the FBI be fired because of his actions over the summer during the summer election.
Okay.
Then the next day, Donald Trump went on TV and he said, you know what? I was going to fire Comey anyway. The memo I thought to myself, this Russia thing, it's a real hoax. And it was on my mind, and I fired the director.
That was a debate. Was that he was on his way out anyway before this all happened?
That's on record.
Yeah.
Donald Trump saying that. So that.
I mean,
so that was just
fine.
my caveat. So yeah, you're right that there was impetus to fire him because of his
guy
actions.
wasn't. Let's just say this: the guy wasn't exemplary at his job. Can we agree on that?
I don't know. I wasn't.
I don't know enough about him either. You could be right.
Yeah, you could definitely be right.
I'm not saying I know all the facts. I was just trying to say from what we do know, this guy doesn't seem like he, as the director of the FBI, doesn't seem like the sharpest tool in the shed. Maybe it's time he deserved to be fired.
He's pretty fucking sharp though. Like I don't think you go from being deputy AG under one administration to getting appointed FBI director in another administration without being sharp.
Do you think George W. Bush is a smart man?
George W. Bush
Junior.
Oh,
because
yeah.
No,
it's W. Yeah, it's W.
Okay.
I'm just saying because he became the president of the United States.
Donald Trump's the president. I don't think Donald Trump's a smart person.
Okay, so just because you're dumb doesn't mean you can't get a good job.
No, see, here's the difference. One is elected. One is a popularity contest. Somebody won a popularity contest.
It's not like you just get. It's not like you work your way up from janitor to director of the FBI. Okay, you have to be appointed to those jobs.
Exactly.
Okay.
You're not voted
Okay.
on. If he
So
ran,
a
if
lot
he
of-
was like everyone
a lot
gets
of that
free
is
pizza.
a lot of that's
Guys,
about who
okay.
you know, man.
Okay.
A lot of
All
that's
right,
who
we
you
gotta
know.
beer.
Final,
We got some beer.
one final thought from each of us, and then we're gonna go to break.
About what?
About this, do you have anything else to say? This is the last thing.
No, I'm good. I don't care.
I think
I think we said it all.
I think the obviously tomorrow the testimony is gonna be interesting. But I think the main thing is Comey is not.
I just
want to
see what's
dealing,
coming out. I just want
Comey's not used to dealing with a president who works like this. I think that's
No
there's
one
rifts,
is. There's never been a president like
right.
this.
So there's rifts in that first and foremost, and then at the same time, I think he was expecting Comey to do things that weren't his job as well. But you know,
Yeah.
you can't go to Comey and say,
Oh,
hey,
are you
do
gonna-
this, do that when you're like.
Are you
I'm
going to
used to
read
being-
the job
the
description of
FBI
the FBI director?
Well, the FBI is supposed to work independently from the White House. That is the whole point. So the president shouldn't
Okay.
be constantly contacting the head of the FBI.
That's why they get
That is,
There were-
that's
but
why
there-
the lines get blurred.
At that time, there
And
was
that's-
there was some major investigations going on
Okay.
with the White House. Why wouldn't the president call and say, hey, how's it going? I know
That's
you're
exactly why
investigating
you
this.
shouldn't do that.
But this was
If you're
during the
most-
election.
Hold on.
If
This is
someone
during the
robs your
election.
house, or
Dude,
if
this
you're a
is during
suspect,
the election.
hey, if I'm a suspect for a murder,
No,
I'm calling
think-
in and
think
saying,
about-
hey, man, how's the investigation
Think
going? 'Cause
about a
I
police
didn't fucking
chief.
do it.
Think about a police chief, right? He has people are investigating whether or not the police chief fucking did something illegal. And the police chief, who's still the fucking police chief,
No, he's
calls
been
no,
suspended.
but the police chief, hypothetical police chief.
Oh, no, I thought you were talking about
Yeah, no,
Kealoha.
no,
Sorry, buddy.
mailboxes, bro. Anyways,
I
so
strongly.
like he calls a detective and he calls him into his
Hey,
office.
John
he calls
just said hi. What's up, John? Sorry.
he calls
Hey.
him into his office and he's
And
like,
Monica.
he's like,
Hi, Monica.
hey, how's the investigation going? You think you could lay off some of my buddies? Like,
Yeah.
that's
That's
fine.
not illegal.
Okay.
No, that is actually, Tony. That's very illegal.
Did he blackmail him?
I'm not saying whether or not like you agree with it.
Did he blackmail him?
It's not that simple, dude.
Did he blackmail him?
It's not that simple.
You guys
he
have one
did he
more minute.
Did he extort him?
That was my thing.
Okay.
If a police chief,
My
we're
thing.
to- we're
My
to
thing
call
is. My thing is. Did he blackmail him? Did he extort him? Did he do anything illegal, or just ask a question? Can you lay off my buddies? If that's what we're talking about, give me a break.
I think it's about what the implications mean by "will you lay off my buddies," and it depends what your buddies did, right?
Yeah,
Did they murder a new buddy?
I'll be back.
No, let's go to break.
All right, we'll continue. We're not going to continue with this tonight. We'll talk
We're
about
changing
it
it
next
up.
week.
Yeah, we're
We're
switching
talking
it
about
up.
it next
We
week.
gotta go out there and hug it out for a little bit, and then we'll come back in.
All right,
I'm gonna offer someone some quid pro quos, and we'll be back.
We'll see you on the other side of the break. And we're back
Hey.
from break. Welcome back.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, we cooled down that conversation with a couple of cold beers.
Me and Phil got in a fight outside, but we're friends now.
There was a
He
little bit
kicked
of...
the shit out of me, though.
That's how men talk.
Hey,
I
you
worked
love
it
you,
out.
bro. I love you, bro.
He beat me up, and the whole time he just kept chanting, USA, USA. Anyway.
God, I love
it all
siblings.
comes from a good place. We're always good friends, and that's the whole point of the show, is that we can talk about these things, and we can move on.
Chris, you have a beautiful way with words.
Oh, thank you.
You do, bro.
I have a little bit...
You're so eloquent.
I like to think I have a little poetic side. Maybe not
You must
well.
have learned that. You must have learned that at Punahou. They didn't teach us that at Mililani.
Oh, you just put me
Yeah.
on blast. with
Everything
that.
was like, fuck this, fuck that. That was from our teachers because they hated us.
Fucking fuck.
Non-boo used to throw shit at me.
Well, we love you guys. Thank you for tuning in today. You can follow us at our social media
back there.
handles. It's right back there. Inappropriate Bar Talk on
there.
Facebook and Instagram. You can also follow us on IBT Podcasts on Twitter and our new SoundCloud account.
Oh, you're so fancy.
I have a couple of, I think I have 3 of our episodes up there. I will upload more as we go.
Yes.
The Best of May Part 1 was just released as well.
My mixtape is also on SoundCloud. Check that out.
Best
Wow.
of May Part 2 just because the last episode went overtime.
Oh, we talked a lot.
I'm still working
That's
on that
good.
one, but it will be up shortly.
What's the fucking beer we're tasting, Chris? I'm thirsty.
All right. We are moving into the beer tasting segment.
I don't know why we did that. We never did that before, but I like it. So, who's going to be reading our beers to us today, Chris?
Today, Kristen will be reading our beers to us. Kristen,
Hey.
thank you for joining us on the show tonight. Thanks for your help.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
Oh,
Of
no
course.
problem.
All right, you guys are drinking an Elysian Dark of the Moon Pumpkin Stout.
Oh,
Pumpkin Stout.
that sounds lovely.
Yep.
Oh, man.
It's a perennial favorite.
Yep.
2010 silver medalist in the GABF Field Beer category. Dark of the Moon Pumpkin Stout is spookily smooth.
Oh, it's a full moon tonight.
Is it?
Oh, it is a full moon.
Oh, good choice. Who bought this beer? Oh, I did.
Good choice. Tony.
I just picked it. I didn't know.
Oh,
I
humble
didn't know
brag.
about the full moon.
Oh, that's a humble brag.
It's fitting. There's a I believe there's a werewolf on the bottle, isn't there?
Oh, can
yeah.
you show the
there's
camera?
a werewolf on
Show
the
the
bottle,
camera
and it's a
while
full
we're
moon.
working
I
it
think
here.
this beer was meant to be.
Oh, dude.
God.
Oh, I wish I had the soundboard up.
You want to hold it in
Just,
front
yeah,
of
just
the
hold it
camera
right
there
in front
for
of
a
the camera
second?
there.
Yeah, we're pointing at it, all of us.
There we go. Dark of the Moon.
Yeah, it's kind of focused. I
Elysian.
guess. There
That's a
you go.
fucking
Yeah.
tortilla. That's not the moon.
Tortilla with a
That is a
little
tortilla.
dog.
Thank you.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
Be careful. There. Wait, hold on. You should pour it. It's a sediment beer. There's
Just
sediment.
pour it slowly.
Oh,
Let him
to
pour
the
it.
bottom, like level or
No.
tilted?
Let him pour it. He's the
Could I
brew guy.
pour mine?
Yeah.
But like
yeah.
tilted. or?
Just yeah.
Just don't. Yeah.
Exactly. Pour it gently.
Oh,
That's all you gotta do.
Oh.
I've been told I have a very smooth pouring motion.
Hey,
Should I
there's
stop?
3 of us, you motherfucker. I forgot. Wabi doesn't drink as much beer as Phil does.
No, he doesn't.
Go ahead. I want Chris to pour mine because he's the brewmaster. You know, I want him to do it.
Oh shit! Yeah, I was wondering why you're so adamant that he do it.
Well, I mean,
No, I
this
get it.
this beer is unfiltered, so you got to be careful not to get the sediment in the bottom of the glass.
A little sediment never hurts anybody.
I don't want to eat yeast if that was the case. You know what I'm saying?
You don't want that yeast infection.
I'm not wearing my pizza shirt tonight.
Does anybody want a sediment swirl? Or?
I don't want a sediment swirl. What the fuck is that? Kristen, you want
So you swirl that little
Give it-
bottom action there.
Give it to Kristen. Take a sip of that and see how you like it.
Take a swig.
Bottoms up.
It tastes like dick? Is that what you said? She just looked at us and goes, it tastes like dick.
I absolutely did not say that. I don't even talk.
I mean,
like
I
that.
believe you. If you said it tastes like dick,
I mean, yeah, dude.
you'd know.
She said something off the record.
Just kidding.
She said something off the record.
And we put it right on the record.
right.
You know what? It tasted good. It had like a chocolatey cinnamon flavor.
Okay, you're talking too
Now
much.
you just, actually, I smell the cinnamon. I don't know. Did you see what I just did?
No, I just laughed because it was funny.
I smelled the beer, and then I went to talking, and I smelled the microphone.
Don't worry.
We're gonna cheers.
It's a little out of season for a pumpkin,
Yeah, that's why I was
Yeah,
kind
that's
of
what I was
kind of
like-
curious
but
why it was on the
that's
shelf.
okay. You get typical pumpkin, cinnamon, allspice, coriander.
Don't just start
Nutmeg.
naming shit off like
That-
you
that-
know.
That
I don't taste. I taste nutmeg and I taste cinnamon.
Sap. Anyone?
Zap, yeah.
No.
Maybe a
I
little
don't know.
maple.
It's possible.
Schnozberries.
Not gonna lie, not my favorite stout.
Let's get some porters in here.
I've had many pumpkins, but this one I don't actually taste a lot of like that
I
pumpkin.
don't taste a
vibe.
lot of pumpkin.
Yeah.
I taste more nutmeg and cinnamon than probably anything.
Yeah, it's too sweet.
I think that's the number one quit with pumpkin beers is that you taste more of the spices than you do the actual pumpkin, which
Yeah.
pumpkin doesn't have a lot of flavor in the first place, but
I don't know, man. That one pumpkin ale you made back in Vegas, that shit tasted like pumpkin pie liquefied.
yeah.
It was, and it had like a good consistency.
Like I want that.
Did you just Urkel me, bro?
Yeah, I did.
But
When you talk nerdy about beer, I'm into it, man.
no, it was good. That was probably the best pumpkin ale you've ever made, and I haven't.
Are you?
tasted it
We
since.
we do the pumpkin every
Yeah,
year.
do you-
No,
do
no,
the pumpkin?
it's not the same though.
It's not the same.
It's not. The body's different.
Oh, I put a fancy like wax top on that sucker.
No,
and
I mean
everything,
not
too.
the
It was-
body of the bottle, the body of the
No,
beer.
I know, but I mean the perception made it look cool.
I put
too,
like
right?
cool nipple wax on it.
Nipple
No.
wax. I put the,
I'm talking
I
about
put
when
the
I
wax
drank the
on my
beer,
nipple and then I
It was
dipped it into-
creamy.
yeah.
Oh God,
Alright.
it had a creamy body.
Okay.
Oh, creamy bodies. I
I-
knew you were into creamy bodies.
I like creamy body in my beer. I like that.
There's something in there that's not normal to a pumpkin beer.
Can you read Kristen? Can you read that little paragraph again?
Is there an ingredients thing in the bottle?
Yeah.
Oh,
Hmm.
I don't know what it is. Is it like ginger or something like
I
that?
don't know, maybe it's. I kind of taste the ginger. I guess now that you said that. We're just waiting for Kristen.
Maybe fern.
No, read it into the microphone.
Okay, hold on.
She's like yelling at us across the room.
No, the only ingredients it says is pumpkin, cinnamon, chocolate.
Chocolate.
I think the chocolate.
Chocolate.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
the
Maybe like a
chocolate.
dark chocolate or something.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's like
it's not
it's-
as sweet,
But
but
it,
it's
yeah, it reminded me of like
It's like,
something sweet.
you know when you eat unsweetened chocolate
Never
chips,
done it.
thinking
I
thinking
haven't
it's
done
like
Like the
regular
baker's
chocolate.
chocolate?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ugh. But for some reason in the cake it's good, but outside the cake just by itself,
it's because you
It's
put so
not
much
that
sugar
good.
in it.
Sugar and butter.
Sugar, sugar.
butter.
I'm gonna butter your bread.
Sugar,
Um,
sugar.
He likes to butter it. Whoa!
Yeah, whoa.
Cut that part out. I don't know
Yeah.
what just happened.
The lotion in the basket.
Follow it up with a milk
It
and honey
puts
vape,
the
and you
lotion.
got good shit going on. Vape Nation.
Hey man, you remember that fire festival we were talking about a couple weeks back?
Yeah. You
Uh,
wanna go into it?
Yeah. So you
You
were
went?
telling me. No, I went to it. It was awesome.
Yeah.
I just needed. So what really helped me was all the Bear Grill episodes I watched. I really, learned how to survive in the fucking wild.
Survival
no,
mode.
I didn't go to it, but no, we talked about it earlier, and apparently, like I said when we reported about it the first time, there's now emails that were leaked.
Did you read any of those?
I didn't read them, but I heard about them that confirm, like I said, that they knew
It was gonna be a
fucking
shit
months
show.
ahead of time this was gonna be a fuck fest. Like not in a
No.
good way either. Not in a good way.
Not that kind of.
Yeah, not.
Not
Yeah.
in like the porno fantasy land where like you were the only guy and there's 50
How about,
women.
like it probably should have been.
Clusterfuck fest. Clusterfuck
It was
fest.
just a shit show. Shit show is a better word.
Shit show.
Clusterfuck.
Because everybody showed their shit because there was no toilets.
Yeah, they were like.
I think they just pooped on the ground.
If there's 150, if we cut that number in half,
Yeah.
because there's no one pooping anyway, or no one's eating anyway, so no one's gonna be
Because there's
pooping.
no food.
Yeah, because there's no
one's
food.
gonna be eating, so no one's gonna be shitting.
Is that what they really said in
Yeah,
the
that
email?
was
an
one of the
email.
emails.
No
Yeah,
fucking
dude, like,
way.
And
no
it
one's
was
gonna be
it was
eating.
of course meant in a joking
And
way.
what was it like? If we cut,
it
Who
was-
sent
'cause
that
someone's
email
like,
though?
I don't-
Whose email was
That's redacted.
Oh.
It's redacted. But it was like, oh, if we
Did
cut
it
the
say
number,
holla holla at the bottom? Because I think,
signed, holla holla.
or the reply was, dude, we can't do this. Why? It's murder.
Oh,
You brought that all the way around.
Thank you. And you know what? I didn't even write that down. That was right out the dome.
Where's Ja? Fucking.
He
Yes.
called Blink-182. He was like, yo, don't go to this shit.
There's
You know
like
what's
emails
funny?
there talking about like.
So, you know,
the
Blink-182
influencers
is
and
like
shit.
out like almost $500,000 right now trying to get their equipment back. All their equipment was at the fucking festival, and it's all being held up in customs and shit because these fucking assholes for the festival didn't get their shit paid.
Hey,
It was
you signed up for that. I feel like the entertainment.
Ja Rule fucked all those guys over.
you know,
dude.
Ja Rule says that's not my fault, but guess what? He's involved in the lawsuit,
Yeah, he
so
is.
he's gonna
Oh,
have
he's
to pay
definitely
for it
is
one
named
way or
in the
the
lawsuit?
Oh yeah,
Shit,
he's
we're
named
clipping,
in the
we're
lawsuit.
clipping.
He is in the lawsuit for sure.
Oh man,
Kristen,
he can't catch a break.
are you there?
Yeah, what's up?
Well,
Can you pull up the leaked emails? Can you just pull up a couple excerpts? I think there's a couple things that are like highlighted. in that.
FYRE festival
FYRE
leaked
yeah.
emails.
Yes.
so if we cut the number of porta potties in half, the only thing that'll happen is the lines will double. The size of the lines will double.
Not to mention the shit capacity that will double.
Yeah, it's like that's not how. That's
That's
not
not
how
how
numbers work.
That's not how poop
That's
works.
not how poop works. Yeah, none of that.
That
shit
guy did
makes
not know his shit.
It's literally
sense. Tip your waitress.
Dude, I could do this all
literally
night.
there was like email after email going, this is not going right. This is not going right. It's expected that this is not going to happen.
This is what
or
happens
Blah, blah, blah.
when you have a 25-year-old, 24-year-old trying to do something that's way outside their means and they've never done before.
Yeah.
I could see if this guy used to run shows in his neighborhood
Yeah.
and shit.
My phone sucks balls. Anyway.
Balls and stuff.
Okay, here's one.
I wish I had a phone that sucked
Okay,
balls.
if we let those go, our only remaining option is to use the ones via Bahamas Waste and be exposed to the charter rage, blah, 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 blah. The response to the porta potty thing was, we have to move quick on this or we are in a shitty place. LOL, sorry.
Again, this is what happens when you have 24-year-olds trying to run a multi-million-dollar event.
Terrible puns happen, people.
Yeah. Hey, we have probably 10,000 people showing up that paid probably $2,000 a piece to come here, and we're making shit jokes because no one's gonna have a place to poop.
Dude, even the stars.
I
Like,
will-
you think like the stars would get better treatment, and they're
No,
they're like
they
they're like
didn't even have shitters.
air mattresses.
Yeah.
Like, don't let people know,
Dude,
what's
I
going
think,
on.
I honestly think that every attendee of this concert should get to punch Ja Rule and Billy McFarlane in the fucking face one time.
I don't trust anybody McFarlane.
Yeah.
I think that's
He makes cartoons, and I don't trust him.
yeah. And the other guy's name is Ja Rule. Like that's
Yeah. He is gay in prison.
yeah.
It was clear that they expected their own rooms at private villas on the beach.
Is that your phone?
Oh, here's the air
Oh, that's
mattress.
Kristen's phone.
Here's-
I was like, what the fuck is that?
Of course, villas don't exist.
Yeah, the villas never existed.
Yeah,
We didn't have the picture capability back then, but I actually had sketches of these villas. What they were supposed to look like.
Oh,
And then what
I thought
they-
you drew sketches.
No.
It's like based on.
So I read the description of it, and I made my own artist rendering.
yeah.
No. I acquired sketches from what these things were supposed to look like.
Right.
And versus what they actually look like. Dude, our campouts at
Malaikana.
Malakahana were way better than what these guys were getting, dude.
Oh,
Seriously.
jeez.
And then the fucking cheese sandwich in the
Oh yeah. It's
The
like
funny part is that they put it in a styrofoam clamshell container, like it's a plate lunch. You're like, oh, cool. You open it up. Yeah.
oh my god. Yeah. I see
And then
that.
the funny part
pop
is
that picture on the screen.
the funny
right
part is that they spread out the bread and the cheese to like cover the whole thing to make it look like it's
now. Here, let
full.
me see. Yeah, zoom that sucker in. You can see what the.
Why were you? Anyway.
Anyways, we just don't have the
Here we go.
multimedia
Let's
for
finish these beers. It's time for the next beer, people.
Shitty sandwiches.
Christian, will you do me a huge favor?
That's so bad. It's like a piece of bread with cheese and like a salad with no dressing.
It's not even a grilled cheese sandwich, man.
Can you rinse this?
Like the
Please, thank
the
you.
Oh,
bread's
it's
not
so bad.
toasted.
Hey, hurry up. Everybody finish their stuff so Kristen can rinse it for us. Because she's lovely like that.
If you packed like 6 things of tuna in your bag, you would have been set.
Who carries,
Bro,
who carries fucking tuna in their bag?
I did for 6 months straight when I was in Iraq.
There you go.
Hey,
Tuna and spam.
what you call your pocket pussy is your own business, okay?
You're right.
Okay.
yeah.
Where's the tuna?
Where's the can of tuna?
We're going to get to the next beer.
I'll let Craig borrow it.
oh god.
Hey, make sure you wash that out, okay?
It's not Blue Mountain State, guy. All right.
Everyone gets chlamydia.
I hope, like, I may sound like a dick, but I hope these guys get fucking nailed with these lawsuits.
What are you talking? Wait, what were we talking about? Oh,
Fire.
yeah,
Fire Festival.
Yeah. I hope they do too, because I'm telling you right now, I've been to many concerts in my life,
Right. Definitely.
and I actually studied how to,
like throw an event like that?
to throw an event. Like I minored in entertainment management, so I'm familiar with what goes into it, and I guarantee you, these guys had no fucking idea what they. I mean, as far as just the backline of equipment to catering the food for the artists and the staff, to getting vendors to sell food and beer with liquor license, beer garden, whatever you got to do, whatever the laws were in the Bahamas at the time, but. It's so intense. People have no idea. Like, it's so in depth.
Well, and the
No, wait, that's his, I think, right?
the type of festival they were trying to put on was going
Right.
above and beyond what a normal festival would be. That was a crazy thing, is that you're not only
Boo the
Putting
bartender
on a
giving us
festival.
watery ass cups. Yeah,
you have to accommodate guests at the same time. It's like where a festival goes, hey, we're a festival. We have our
Well, I mean,
acts.
that's no
We
difference-
take care of our acts.
that's no difference in
But
Coachella.
we have beer, we have food, we have this, we have that. And then you guys bring your money. You guys do your thing. Whatever you want to spend,
Hey,
you deal with it.
That's no difference
But
in
when you go-
Coachella and Cali Roots.
No,
like
but
Bonnaroo.
but
Bonnaroo,
Coachella
people
and
camp out all the time.
right,
Yeah.
but they don't go.
But-
we're gonna provide your lodging.
No, see,
we're
here's
gonna
the difference.
provide
Fire
your
Fest,
your
like Fire Fest was supposed to be like
It
an
was
upscale,
all
like,
It
inclusive.
was supposed to be a bunch of rich kids on yachts, partying all weekend,
Right.
listening
There's
to
a reason
Blink-182.
festivals don't do that
Yeah,
ever.
because it's fucking unrealistic. You know how you'd have to charge a person general admission, 10 grand a ticket for 3 days to come and stay there at a hotel with airfare, to go on these yachts, to get all inclusive meal plan or whatever the fuck they were trying to
Right.
get gourmet food and shit. Dude, you're not gonna fill a festival of these people.
They were talking. Let's rent a cruise
There's only
ship.
like 20
and have people
people
stay
that
on
can
the
afford
cruise
it.
ship. They're like, we'll have people stay on the cruise ship. They were like going to pull a cruise ship into the bay,
Right.
and have people go onto the
Now-
cruise ship.
now
and
I
have
that's
guarantee
the
if they
cruise
pull,
ship and everything.
I guarantee if they pulled a cruise ship, it'd be the ship.
That'd be the
You remember
smartest
the
thing
shit
to
ship?
do, but they
Yeah.
did it too late.
No,
cruise
that's
ship
doable.
That didn't have like flushable toilets or something.
But that's doable. Our boy K Bong just did a reggae cruise.
No, yeah, those cruises, the entertainment cruises
Right.
and shit like that.
That's
the festival
doable.
That's
cruises.
That's actually so easy.
Yeah, they do
because
th-
everything's inclusive
They
into
do that
the,
all
in
the
the
time,
cruise
yeah.
That's
anyway.
like that's all the time.
That's
but
smart.
these guys would have fucked that up too. Like they're just fuck ups, man.
Because
I
you know
feel
what?
like this-
So what I heard was
FEMA
that
tents.
the initial sale of the tickets, the capital that came in from that, like the first like 10,000 tickets or whatever sold, went to, first of all, a quarter of it went to Kylie Jenner's Instagram post about it. And then the dudes,
the
the
influencers.
dudes went, the influences, and the dudes went down and bought a bunch of vacation homes with that money so that they can live comfortably while they're setting up the event. But it was nowhere even. It wasn't even on the same fucking island, is what I heard.
Yeah,
Is what I
fuck
read.
that. That's
So-
fraud.
They obviously didn't have an accountant working for them.
First of all, they just fucked everybody out their money. They're,
Yeah, that's
they're
fraud.
It's the Enron of fucking music
Yeah, that's
festivals, is
fraud.
what it is. Yeah,
That's fraud.
No,
They're-
they're gonna sue for fraud.
Yeah, that's exactly
Yeah.
what it is.
Yeah.
They should go
Good
to
for 'em.
jail.
Kristen,
What's up?
what's our next beer, please?
You have the Belching Beaver Brewery Peanut Butter Latte Ale with all natural flavors.
All natural.
You sound like Vanna White or something, like a professional at this. Have you been practicing?
No.
Okay, what's
Are you
the?
guys ready?
I know there's more to that.
All right. So people love our peanut butter milk stout. And this time they put a fun twist on their classic. Thomas brewed up a milk stout that is golden in color and a real sensory trip. And loaded it with coffee and chocolate. There you go.
Well, toodles.
Can we get a little Vanna White action in front of the camera?
Yeah, kid.
Yeah, I got you. Hold on.
Okay. I'm excited for this beer, Ashley.
Dude, I thought you bought this the last time we were at Tamura's.
No, we got the Viva
Shout
La
out to
Beaver.
Tamura's. We buy a lot of our fancy beers from you guys.
No, let her.
No,
hold it in
hold
front of the
it
camera.
up there.
Let's
Oh,
go.
yeah, you have to show the. You have to show
Yeah.
the label.
Do the
label.
Vanna White.
Come on, get in camera. Don't be shy. Put a smile on the camera. Okay, don't. You made a weird face when I said that. That's why it just kind of scared me.
Yeah. So if you haven't tried peanut butter stout from Belching Beaver, it's amazing. It's one of their better beers for sure.
I
Oh,
feel
this
like
is-
you're. I feel
it's-
like you're biased going into this beer tasting, Chris.
I'm a little bit. I'm excited about this beer. I'll be honest.
Dude, so the last time, what, a month ago? 2
Yeah.
weeks ago?
Yeah.
2 weeks
About
ago.
a week ago.
3 weeks ago. I just happened to be in the area of Tamura's, and I was like, hey, we got the show tonight. I'm going to stop by and see what beer we got. This is not the color I thought it would be.
No, I thought it'd be dark.
Yeah,
Yeah.
when you think stouts.
Yeah,
Yeah.
right? That's, wait, is it?
It's an ale.
It's an ale. It's a latte ale.
Latte ale.
Interesting. That is not the color I thought it would be. So I'm already starting off surprised.
Well, I thought it was a stout.
Oh, that's.
I was
that's a
thinking
lot.
already that we'd be on a.
Leave some for Chris if she wants some.
I thought this was going to be a dark beer. So I did the other one first,
Yeah.
thinking this was going to be the heavier beer, but apparently it's an
All
ale,
right, so Kristen, what are we getting from?
Read us the
initial-
ingredients again.
what's the? Do you have the ABV on there? What's the alcohol content in there?
It's 5% alcohol.
Oh, that's not that bad.
Oh, yeah.
That's a summer. It's a
Sessionable?
summer ale. You could drink it. You could session it. If you're wondering if you can session this beer, yes, you can.
Cheers.
Cheers, boys. Okay, so this is gonna taste like coffee. It's gonna be like that Doppelbock.
Oh.
I'm not getting. I smell it afterwards, but I don't taste it
It
initially.
reminds me of a waffle cone
It's
from like,
peanutty for sure. There's the peanuts.
you know, like the waffle cone
Yeah.
you get from like Baskin Robbins. That's what it tastes like.
Yeah.
I kind of like it.
Yeah, I do. I like it.
It's a very different smell.
The smell is what grabs. Like,
I'm sorry, not
Oh,
not
not the
waffle
sm-
cones. Sugar cone. The sugar cone is what it smells
I don't
like.
know. I haven't smelled the cones since I was like 8.
Smell it. It smells exactly like a sugar cone.
Yeah, it's like when
From-
you when
you
you walk
know-
into an ice cream shop and
Yeah,
they make
this
their
is-
own
yeah.
waffle cones. That's
No, it's
kind of
not-
what that
it's-
smell is.
Yeah. No, the sugar cone one, man. You know the one you get in the sleeve, you pull it out, and you just like when you try to make ice cream cones at home and they never are good because they're
Oh.
always stale, the cones. That's what it smells like. Smell it. Fuck you. Fuck you.
Like I get it though. No,
Yeah.
like when I tasted it, the first thing I said was like the smell is what grabs you. Like it
smells
whatever
baked.
it is.
Smells like I feel like I'm in Willy Wonka's factory.
Like something's baking. Like
Yeah,
something's baking in
kinda,
the
yeah.
atmosphere, right? Like
It's really a good smell. It
It
reminds
really is, and it like
It
once
reminds me
you
of the ice
smell
cream
it,
shop.
and then once you smell it, like the taste kind of like seeps,
It's-
like it seeps into
It's
like
mellow. The taste is real mellow.
yeah, the taste is mellow. But
I don't taste coffee.
no, not at all.
Like you think there'd be like a bitterness with the
Yeah.
name latte.
yeah, like when latte is not a coffee though. It's just what
it's a milk.
it's a milk.
It's a milk
based
coffee.
thing.
Yeah,
It's a milk coffee.
Half milk, half coffee.
yeah, versus water.
No, there's water in there too. Well, you need water. You need water to make coffee.
I was like, what?
Well, you knew what I
fuck,
meant.
dude?
God damn it.
But it's basically a half coffee, half water. Half coffee, half
it's a
milk.
creamy coffee. That's what I
We're
meant.
back on the creamy shit again. Okay, guys. That's all you guys.
I get a lot of peanutty like flavors though.
I don't.
Peanut, not so much.
Kristen, can you read the Just.
Yeah, there's coffee, chocolate, and peanut butter.
Oh, okay.
Peanut butter milk stout.
It kind of, like Nutter butter.
Yeah.
The wafer.
Yeah.
The wafer Nutter butter wafer, not the cookie. They came out with these weird wafers at one point.
I agree. Nutter butters.
Nutter butter wafers.
Nutter
Not the
butter.
cookie, the wafers. Check them out.
I think
Or sugar cone in the sleeve. It smells the same. Exactly
I think
the
it's
same.
Nutter butter without the like savoriness of that cream in the middle.
Mhm.
Yeah. There's still a little bit of that peanutty flavor though. Peanuts. Peanuts.
Peanuts, not penis. But there's cream
Get your
in
mind
the
out
middle.
of the
The
gutter.
cream is in the middle.
of the penis.
No.
Peanuts,
Nutter butter.
Nutter butter. In the wafer, yes.
He's talking about Nutter butters.
He's talking about the cookie.
Yeah, that's the cookie with the...
But they make a Nutter Butters wafer bar. thing.
No, I know what you're talking about. Like, it's the sticks,
But this
right?
is but this is what that's more accurate versus the cookie version.
I get you.
You got me?
I got
Are
you.
you sure?
I haven't had those.
Oh, now I don't know. Hold on.
I'm used
Hold
to the
on.
cookie.
Is my
ad.
order going to be here in 30 minutes or less?
I'm used to that.
You know what? The oven baked pizzas, they're fucking phenomenal.
The sandwiches are good.
I never had the sandwiches.
From Domino's? Pff, bro, you know what? I get like a free pizza every week from Domino's. I got reward points all day, son. No, I'm just
Oh,
I've eaten there a couple times.
Shouts out to Domino's.
Yeah.
Dude, the one
Domino's
thing I
stepped up
don't
their
have
game.
though, I don't have the easy order set up.
See, I've ordered enough from Domino's where I should have the easy order set
Yeah.
up.
Yeah.
But I'm just like,
Cuz I always switch it up.
oh.
You never tried the sandwiches for real?
No, I never. And
And
I've
you,
ordered
and
enough.
you worked there.
And I worked there.
He's wearing the uniform.
No, but the sandwiches are really good. You should try them, the oven baked sandwiches.
I've tried the lasagna or the pastas.
Those are probably my least favorite. Those and the specialty chicken that they make.
Yeah, the chicken is like
It's
ugh.
horrible.
Yeah, don't get the chicken.
Don't get the chicken.
Yeah, but
I
wings
love
in
the
general.
stuffed cheesy breads. Those are good.
yeah, they've got some good stuff. Domino's like
So I'm a little
Domino's
disappointed
is
in Hawaii Domino's though, because apparently I was seeing these commercials for Domino's that they're
Oh.
getting all these new salads and shit, like these fancy
Yeah,
salads.
yeah.
Dude, all the Domino's I order from still only have like garden salad, which is shitty because it's all like prepackaged. Like
Right.
you open it up, the onions are like as red as his
They
shirt.
just open a plastic bag and dump it in there. Is what
No,
So,
that you
in
open the
other
bag
words-
and dump it in, and then you put the dressing.
In
And-
other
or
words-
a chicken Caesar. That's
Yeah.
it.
speaking about guys not being guys anymore.
Why? Because I just wanted some good salads.
Dude, like,
I'm trying not to be a fat guy. You know what I mean?
oh my god,
It's tough.
Are you kidding me?
It's tough being a big boy.
When you're going to, you're complaining about the salads.
Salads?
Salad. We talking about salads, not the pizza. Not the pizza I love, but salads.
I really like this beer.
Well, that was the thing, right? It was they
it
had
reminds
the
me of
girls-
childhood. Going to the ice cream shop with my grandpa. I love it.
What is
That
you
reminded
had the
me-
salad lover in your house who would ruin your entire meal because they wanted salad.
Okay, those
Right, that was
commercials,
the
yeah.
That was the
That
commercial,
marketing
yeah. And then they
campaign.
had like good salads that were supposed to come out. I don't think Hawaii's got them yet. Or we don't have like maybe the fresh. Maybe we don't grow it here to make it. Like,
You know
fresh
Hawaii, you
enough.
gotta wait like a year before you get anything you see
Dude,
on
I'm
TV.
pissed. No, dude, we're in 2007 fucking teen.
Yeah,
we
that
shouldn't
whole-
have to wait more
yeah,
than
that
3
whole-
days. I order shit off of Amazon. It's here in 3 fucking days.
Pow!
Okay, pow,
Pow!
pow,
Pow! Pow!
pow.
Why are you saying pow?
Is he saying pow? Like
No.
Kobayashi.
Ah!
Jesus Christ. What were we talking about?
So, sports for the week.
Oh, sports.
Sports. Let's talk about sports.
I've been waiting forever, Phil, to have you on the show so we could talk sports.
Let me know what you
The
want to talk about.
first thing I want to talk about.
Is it
is
U.S.
resetting the
soccer? Is
camera.
it U.S. soccer?
Hold on. We got to fix the camera.
Oh, man.
Is it U.S. soccer?
I don't know how long
We're
that
both
was doing
repping
that.
U.S. soccer jerseys.
But no,
tonight.
the first thing I
This
want
was
to talk
not
about.
planned. I don't know how
First
this
thing I want
happened.
to talk about is our local boy,
Max Holloway.
Mr. Max Holloway,
Mr.
bringing the title home.
Woo! Chee-hoo,
Cheers to
chee-hoo.
him, man. Dude, that was
Hey.
did you watch the fight? That was a fucking good fight.
Dog.
It was back and forth, man.
You know, I'm almost thinking like you have to win. He was in Brazil, fighting in Brazil, so it's like
yeah.
it's almost like
Fighting-
if it goes
He
to
was in
decision,
Brazil
you're like
fighting a Brazilian.
yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So if it goes to decision, you're kind of like, well, shit, this shit gets kind of shady.
And
It always has
well,
in the past.
It was different. It was different because it was two champions fighting each other.
Right.
Versus normally there's a champion
And
there's a challenger.
Right.
Yeah.
Oh shit. I don't know what that was. I had little Tourette's there for a second. But I always said, in order to dethrone to take the belt away from a champion, you have to beat the champion. You have to dethrone him.
Sure.
If you don't dethrone him, I think he retains. Like if it goes 5 rounds and you didn't like knock him out or whatever, the champion retains his title. You know what I mean?
Hell yeah.
So, but now you got 2 champs going against each other. It's a whole different story. Who's
Unified the belt.
Who's defending? Yeah, they unified the belt.
Guess what? There's no dispute because he TKO'd his ass
Yeah, he
in the
knocked
third
him
fucking
the
round.
fuck
There's no
out.
question
He fucked him up.
who won.
Props to
Done.
Max.
Props
Good
to
job.
Max,
Cheers
local
again.
boy.
Bringing
from
it to Hawaii.
That's
We
what we're
always
talking
love when the
about.
local boys fucking do
Hey.
good. Good job, buddy.
Hey, congrats, Max Holloway. Hashtag at Blessed MMA on Twitter.
There you go.
He's got it. Send him your love.
Send him your love. Proud of him. I'm a little disappointed in our local government
Tell us, Tony, why?
because why weren't they there to congratulate that guy?
I know. We should have had a
The mayor should have. No. I'm just
Or-
saying the mayor should have been there. You know, hey man, congratulations, thank you for representing Hawaii well.
I have a question for you. Okay, so we've had World Series winners, and not to say like I
They've
understand.
done that shit for him.
I've understood.
We've had Shane Victorino Day.
Yeah, Shane Victorino.
Okay, we've had Zippies made a fucking Victorino zip pack thing. Okay,
Did he Bayani? Did he get any love?
he didn't do so good.
What? He won a World Series with the Cardinals. What? Wait, who was with the
Agbayani?
Cardinals? No, that was.
I actually just went to Japan and
Victorino.
did
Oh,
a thing with
no,
his
Victorino
team.
won
with
with
the Phillies.
Yeah. No. We've had a lot of talented people come out of Hawaii and do good in
for
sports.
Sure, yeah.
But I'm just saying we need to They
and
represent us.
Yeah, you're right. And it shouldn't be about a what
Acknowledge
about.
'em,
You know,
yeah.
it should have been like this guy
Hey,
did this. And not only
Congratulations,
that-
thank you for and he represents us well.
Yeah, he does.
He doesn't act like a dummy out there and act like a punk.
dude.
John
and-
Florence won the world
Yeah,
surfing
World Surfing
championship.
title. Yeah, that's true too.
Why is no one? Yeah, congratulate these guys.
And not only
There
but
are
for the Max
local
Holloway,
heroes.
But for the Max Holloway deal, like I understand, like it's recent, but he's like pushing for
Hawaii to
yeah,
UFC to come
host
to
the
Hawaii.
yeah, like
You know how
he's-
much money we'll make from that?
Oh my gosh, it's so much
The
money.
state of Hawaii will make a lot of money if UFC comes here.
Yeah, so-
I don't think they will. That's just my honest opinion. I don't think Dana White's gonna be like, where are we gonna have it? Aloha Stadium? This place is fucking falling
Nah, it's
apart.
gonna be
Fuck that.
Blaisdell if they do it.
Dude, Blaisdell's not
what,
big
what about
enough.
Stan Sheriff though?
Stan Sheriff's not big enough.
Stan Sheriff's
Bigger
like
than the Blaisdell,
10,000.
though, right?
Yeah, it's bigger than the Blaisdell, but it's not big enough to house a UFC event.
Dude,
you need
they-
something like the MGM Grand. Okay?
MGM Grand's only like
Yeah, it's
12,000 seats.
Yeah,
MGM
see-
Grand is huge.
No,
No,
it's
it's
not.
only-
It's
it's only
not.
12,000
really not.
seats.
It's really
I've
not.
been in the MGM
It
Grand.
might be the most. It is like 20,000. Kristen, can we look up?
I've been in the
I know-
MGM Grand for Coldplay.
no,
And that place is fucking massive, okay?
No, but the difference is for concert setup. The concert setup is different than the configuration. It's going to be
Yeah,
different.
because they
than-
cut about a third or fourth of that
Yeah.
off. So
Right.
it's even bigger, is my point.
Can you look up the
How
capacity?
many-
For
No, but
Capacity.
MMA has the ring in the center.
Right,
capacity
and it's a
for
full circle arena.
So like, it's
MMA fights or boxing matches.
in order to
in the MGM.
accommodate First of all,
Why
it's
do you
not
think
like,
they're doing it in the
Okay,
T-Mobile Center now?
there's
The
a-
new T-Mobile Center they're doing it there now because
there's
hey,
a
it's
reason
owned by MGM, but it's
when
also
big
way
concerts
bigger.
come to Hawaii in the Blaisdell, they have to have them 3 nights. They can't fit all the people that want to
No,
go.
it's because it
You
happens
can't-
so rarely
you
that
can't
they
have
sell out all the
the
nights.
same fight in 3 nights in a row.
In Vegas,
No,
you
the-
have a big night. You have a big act coming
Blaisdell-
through every week. whereas
Blaisdell's not that big. Blaisdell
Blaisdell's
isn't.
tiny.
Blaisdell's probably like 10,000, maybe 8,000.
Yeah. So I don't know. I think Stan Sheriff.
Stan
is
Sheriff
bigger.
is like
15?
10 or 11,000.
Oh, okay.
All right,
Kristen,
guys.
yes.
The capacity is just over 17,000 for the
It-
MGM Grand.
MGM Grand. Okay. What is the Blaisdell? Probably like
Well, now she's on.
8,000.
Yeah, the Blaisdell's not large at all. I think it is like 8,000, 7 or 8,000. I remember that because
What is the Stan?
Janet Jackson
Look up what
concert.
the Stan Sheriff and the Blaisdell is, and then I know you know what Aloha Stadium is. What is that? 50,000?
56,000, I think.
Yeah, 50,000. About
Oh.
50,000.
50,
Yeah.
55,000.
All right, Blaisdell 7,700.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's garbage.
That's
Okay,
8,000.
Blaisdell. What is the Stan Sheriff?
Hold on.
No, now. It's
Stan
not.
Sheriff is 10,300.
That's not enough. That's not enough seats,
Yeah.
man.
That's not.
So
Especially
you
when
would
talk
have
about
to.
a title fight.
Yeah, you would have to have it at the Aloha Stadium, which is a piece of shit, and no one be able to see shit up in the fucking.
You wouldn't
balcony.
open up that top tier. It would just be.
What
Horrible.
blue
It'd be like-
section?
Although they would sell it, I think they would sell it if they opened up the whole stadium. They probably would fucking sell it, but it would be pointless to watch.
I'm telling
a
you
fight.
right now. Okay, Kristen, look me up one more thing. What was the largest live crowd for UFC?
Michael Jackson was probably the biggest thing that ever came here.
Yeah.
that
And
was
he,
for Aloha
and
Stadium.
he didn't even sell out Aloha
He did.
Stadium.
He sold
He
it
sold
out.
it out?
Yeah, he
He
sold it.
sold it out. Like I'm not gonna say like
In, like,
'cause, you know you've been
in
to sold out
hours.
events.
Yeah,
you know,
yeah.
And it's not. It doesn't look. And that's the thing. Like even for the Pro Bowls and stuff, like it doesn't hold the optics of a.
It's
sold
never
out
sold
crowd.
out.
The Pro Bowl?
We went to the last Pro Bowl.
No, I
We
get it.
remember
I
that.
get it. But when they say, "Oh, it's sold out," like you've heard, like you've seen
Yeah.
how it looks. And you're
It's
just like,
based off of pre-sold tickets.
yeah,
and everything
It's
pre-sales,
like
sold out, but no
pre-sales,
one
corporate
came.
like
Yeah.
allocations and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And so that's the thing. Like the
Mm.
more you have to allocate tickets, is like it's not a great thing.
Well. Oh,
You may
by,
be right
by the
then.
way,
I don't think you could
looked
do a
at, I
UFC
looked at.
no, I don't
in a
think you can do it.
10,000
No, I
seater
don't
No,
think
you
so.
can't. You can't do it.
Which is weird because I feel like the Stan Sheriff feels smaller than the Blaisdell.
It's
which
just
is
a,
kind of
no.
a trip
It's
to
a
me.
more open. It's a better view. I like the Stan Sheriff Center.
I
I
do
think
too.
they built
I
it
like
well.
it too. Yeah.
They built it so everyone has a pretty decent view.
Yeah, the
Yeah.
vantage points from pretty
Yeah.
much every place
Yeah.
you sit in the Stan Sheriff
It's
is like
good.
it's pretty good. Yeah.
Blaisdell, not so much. They have
We
a
need to
bad
I
do
think
arena.
I think the Blaisdell is because it's an all events center. And
Yeah,
Stan
but
Sheriff
Stan
is
Sheriff-
more of a sporting event.
No,
Like,
they've had concerts in Stan
I know
Sheriff.
they've had concerts, but I think
But they still cut off about a third of it to
Yeah.
do a concert because you don't want it to be looking at
Yeah.
the back of the person.
yeah, of
Yeah.
course. They don't even have well, have they had
It's like
concerts at Stan
I'm
Sheriff?
pretty sure they have.
Pretty sure.
They
Pretty
used
sure.
to do.
I can't tell you which one, but I'd rather have
They
my
used to do
concert at
Miss-
Stan
No, I know
Sheriff
you would rather.
versus
but I don't know
the
that-
Blaisdell.
I think the largest thing they had there was like Miss Universe or something like that. I think that was the largest event they had there.
I was there that night.
And that was
It was magical.
that was a while ago though. That was probably like 7 or 8 years ago at least.
All right,
Oh.
guys. The biggest live crowd for UFC is 56,214.
So we would match that if we sold out Aloha.
If it was an
Stadium.
Aloha Stadium, I think they would sell it. I think
I'm
they
telling you
would.
right now,
I like your
Hawaii
enthusiasm.
likes fight
Yeah,
so much.
totally.
I think they could probably sell.
They would
that
have
out.
UFC fights in the parking lot.
Janet
too, but-
Jackson sold. Janet Jackson sold. Yeah, you better have the fucking SWAT team there. But Janet Jackson sold out Aloha Stadium. If we're thinking about it, you know what I mean. Who was the last big concert there? I think it was Janet Jackson.
Yeah, but I think Janet Jackson is unequivocally
She had 2
more,
nights there.
She's unequivocally more famous and more popular than UFC.
Not now.
Ooh, I don't know
Not
about
now,
that.
though.
Not in
Not-
the last 10 years.
Yeah.
She didn't do it in the last 10 years though.
Well, I think she
the next
did.
the
When
next
was the
biggest
last
show coming
concert?
The
to
last concert was at Blaisdell. Like my mom went to that concert, and
Oh.
I remember because I spoke with someone that
Oh,
you
yeah,
know,
yeah,
a friend
yeah,
of
yeah,
yours
yeah.
that went to it.
A friend of mine.
a friend of yours,
Anyway,
an associate,
The
whatever.
last concert I went to at Blaisdell was Keith Urban. Not by choice.
that's pretty gay.
Unfortunately.
I remember that.
The
But I
last
did go to
concert
that-
I went to at the Blaisdell was, I think, Red Hot Chili Peppers with you and your brother.
Dude, that show was dope.
Yeah, I have the pictures of that, by the way.
That was a long time ago, but it was
yeah, it's so
fucking
funny. It was
awesome.
your brother's first concert,
Yeah.
and your mom and dad were
Wow.
like, "Take care of him." Dude, we were like, I think we drank some drinks in the parking lot. He didn't
I think
smoke
we were like
weed
17 or
anything.
18 when we went.
Yeah,
to
we took him. He had a blast.
Yeah, he had a good time.
I have
We
the
took care
pictures of
him.
those, though. Yeah, it was
My brother was a big dude at that
yeah,
point. Like,
he's taking care of us. He was a beast at that point.
but
This guy wanted to fight me because I
good
stole his balloon, and I said,
I think
"Johnny, get
the next big concert they got coming, they just had U2, and the next one is Duran. Yeah, that's the next big one coming through.
I'm on the hunt time after.
Bring some fucking rock music through here, for God's sake. Bring some like System of a Down or Metallica or
System
some shit
of a
like that.
Down.
Dude,
That's a Republic kind
I
of
would
show.
no, that show would sell out.
You're not
Would sell
getting,
out fucking Blaisdell, no
You-
fucking problem. Are you
First of
kidding me?
all,
7,000 people, it would fucking sell
System
that
of a
shit out.
Down's not selling out the Blaisdell
Yo.
for 3 nights.
They just had a
They're gonna
festival
put
in
'em-
Germany where they fucking
Germany is like the capital of
or
metalheads.
Amsterdam.
Okay, right next to Germany. They're all coming over there.
But if they came, would you go?
System of a Down? Probably not.
Bullshit.
Not at my
You're
age.
so full of shit.
I'll take one of those honey kolsches. Not at my age now.
I would
Incubus.
go. I would go.
Last concert I went to, like I bought tickets to, was Incubus.
The last
At the
concert.
How
Republic.
was that? At
It was-
Republic?
and it was at
Or
the
the show?
Republic.
Yeah.
It was at the
How
Republic.
did you like the sound? I guess at the Republic.
It's okay. They've changed some stuff. They put some sound absorbers, kind of like what we have on the
Yeah.
wall here, up into the rafters.
I went to something.
It
this
it
year.
makes a difference. We've played the Republic. I had a blast playing the Republic. It sounded good on the stage. I don't know how it sounded in the crowd at the time, but when for Incubus, I was literally right in front of the sound booth, so
Exceptional sound.
as any. Just so, like, as a pointer for anyone that goes to the concerts, if you see me, don't stand in my fucking personal space, but always stand right in front of the sound booth. You're gonna get the best fucking sound, and you're gonna be dead center usually.
Obviously,
too.
because the sound booth sets the tone.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
where they. Yeah.
Yeah, that's where all the sounds triangulating, and you're just gonna get it all. You're gonna love it.
I wish I was here for that.
Yeah.
I seen Incubus once at the Hollywood Bowl.
You only seen them once,
That was the time we went
With
to the
Lisa.
Hollywood Bowl. in
dude. I've
LA.
seen them like 4 times.
was
They're
fucking
they're
dope.
awesome.
Is that the Amber band? Amber is the color.
No, that's 311.
No, I know.
Oh yeah.
Incubus is Drive and
I know.
Pardon Me
Yeah.
and Stellar.
I think I burned an Incubus CD for you a long time ago.
You probably did burn me.
Megalomaniac, I think.
You might have burned me my
Oh,
first
yeah.
Incubus CD, bro.
Crow Left of the Murder was the name of that album.
Not that one.
Yeah, it had Megalomania.
Yeah, I
on it.
did.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah,
That
yeah.
was the one. I'm gonna pee. I'll be back.
No, there's no fucking pee-peeing allowed.
Chris.
Chris, have an adult bladder for once.
This is why I have a fear of like abandonment, Chris.
Speaking of depends, I I watched the Hulu documentary of Dumb. It's called Dumb. It's of Big Brother.
Oh,
Big Brother magazine.
Dude, Big Brother. They said a
I
lot of
didn't
shit
realize
about
how uncool I was in high school.
me. Wait, expound upon that.
So like I had no idea. I just had no idea this magazine even existed.
Big Brother. That's
I
where
had
like
no
Johnny
idea.
Knoxville,
Yeah,
Jeff Tremaine, and all
that's
those
where
guys.
where Jackass originated.
Yeah.
So I watched the documentary, and it's funny. It's funny to watch. I had no idea where all these guys came from.
Right. They just
They just like it's when
they're a thing.
they were Jackass when I met them.
Yeah.
you know what I
and
mean.
they
In
were
my
a
life,
thing. Like they were this.
I
thing
knew
that was, like,
knew that Bam and like his crew came from
that's-
CKY.
Yeah. The skating, I guess.
But
maybe.
see, Big Brother was even before. It was
Yeah,
way
yeah,
before.
yeah.
I'm talking like I think the guy's Rocco. He started it. What the fuck was his full name? I forget his full name, but his last name was Rocco. He owned World Industries, the skate brand.
Yeah.
So he started the magazine
I
because
had no idea. I didn't know that
this
part.
is how it started. Apparently he made some really risque it's World
Ads?
Industries ads
Yeah.
that Thrasher and Transworld would not print. They wouldn't print the ads. Jesus, Chris, your fat ass is just knocking over mics over there.
Dude, that's athleticism. Anyways.
He almost fell on the table. Anyway, so Chris, we're talking about I don't know if you got a chance to watch it yet, but the Hulu documentary, it's called Dumb, and it's of the Big Brother magazine. It's how Big Brother magazine started, which then evolved into Jackass.
No clue.
Yeah. See, Chris was a jock too. We played sports. You were a skater kid. You probably heard of Big Brother magazine, correct?
Yeah, I have.
Thank you, Kristen.
Like I said, like the whole like Johnny Knoxville, Jeff Tremaine, and all that.
Yeah, right.
Like that side of it. There's that side.
So
of
did
Jackass,
you
and then there's the
subscribe to
CKY.
it though?
No, I didn't subscribe to it. Like I knew like it had like some dealings with skating, but then I also knew that it was just like fuckery. Like it was just
Did you
anti.
subscribe
Like
to?
it was anti.
Well, it wasn't so much anti, where it was just against the. Well, I guess against the norm is anti, but
Yeah,
it's not like they were.
anarchist.
I always feel like
nothing.
anti is like a hateful term.
No.
It's just they were different.
they were counter.
They were different.
They
Yeah,
were counter.
They're
Counterculture.
counterculture.
Yeah, there you go.
So, for instance, they got in so much trouble due to the fact that they put out this kids issue, KIDS
That's how you. Yeah, that's how you.
versus
spell it.
but kids issue versus KID''S. It's not for kids. It's about some kids that are in the skating community.
Yeah.
But in between the articles were like, how to kill yourself. Because I guess they're thinking the how to kill yourself articles, and we got sick of all these skate magazines printing how to do a kickflip or how to ollie.
Yeah.
So we're like, how to kill yourself. We thought that's where they're like we're 26. That was the best idea we had. All right, give us a break.
Wow.
But they got in a lot of trouble, and like we're in the news. So they ended up getting they lost all their sponsorship. And then Larry Flint ended up buying them.
Yeah.
So they were under Larry.
Hustler, yeah.
They were they're under Flint Publications. And so they did that for a couple of years, and then Johnny Knoxville it's the same.
No, it's not the same.
It's the same. You have a skinny one. I have a fat one.
It's not about the size, bro.
I upgraded you. That's an IPA.
Ooh, to me?
No,
I
me.
upgraded Philip.
She upgraded me.
I want my gold shit. Or honey Kolsch.
You got it.
Good job, bartender. You might get a tip tonight.
So Larry Flint bottom.
Mm-hmm. So Larry Flint bought him, and then it's funny, it's ironic, because he actually banned them from showing nudity. Because all throughout their magazine in the early stages, they had tits, guys fucking butt naked with their dicks out,
Right.
pro skaters just running around butt naked. They had it all the time. But after Larry Flint bought him, he goes, I got enough porno mags. If you want to put shit in a magazine, you got to put, censor it, So they
That's
put happy
interesting.
faces and shit on it, which I thought was funny. Then, so Steve-O ended up, they were out in Florida one day doing the stuff, and he just,
Got fired from being a clown.
well, he was in the, they didn't do a lot of his backstory, but basically how he got involved. He just showed up and was like, hey, I'm Steve-O.
Hey.
He's like, hey, I'm Steve-O.
I'm Steve-O.
And I'm going to fucking be a part of this. And he just like, he's
That's
like,
just
dude.
that's the same voice you used for Matt Scaife. FYI.
Yeah, it is. Hey. But he basically was like, dude, I'm going to be a part of this. He's like, I did any crazy shit they wanted me to do. I just wanted to make sure I was a part of it because he was such a big fan of the magazine. Then they started when, the media started evolving. We started getting video and stuff. Then, of course, Chris Pontius was actually like a writer on the show, on the magazine, and would do dumb shit. And Rick Cossack was like the original photographer of the magazine.
So it's all the jackass guys.
They discovered Wee Man. They were just like on a driving around Cali, and they're like, who? They heard of like this famous midget skater in this town. That's how they met Wee Man. They're like, dude, this guy's so chill. Like, you're gonna be a part of our shit. So that's how Wee Man got involved. And this was like so far back. Johnny Knoxville was actually like the last guy to
Yeah.
get involved with the Big Brother crew. And once he got involved, Bam Margera, them already had sent their videos in, the CKY stuff they were doing in Philly. And so they were kind of known. And but once Johnny Knoxville got involved, so you remember the self-defense part of the first episode of Jackass was the first time Johnny Knoxville did a shoot with Big Brother magazine. Okay, that was the pilot where he sprayed himself with pepper spray and he stun gunned himself and then tasered himself. There was one thing you didn't see that they showed in Big Brother magazine on I think the video Crap, because what ended up was once video started.
The video was called Crap.
Yeah, so once videos started getting hot or started getting popular, and like the skate videos, when they would release a magazine, they would send a video too. So like I think the video was Crap that. And it's funny too because in the video they're not even calling him Johnny Knoxville, they're calling him like TJ or JT or some shit like that, and he fucking puts on a bulletproof vest and shoots himself in the chest.
Holy shit!
They don't show that shit on the MTV
like
version.
Point blank.
Yeah, like he's holding it like here.
No way.
Yeah. And he just goes, boom! And he fucking shoots himself, and you see the gun go flying off because it just from the impact into like the bushes. He just like panics, runs to grab the gun, and starts running to like their car, and he's like, let's go, let's go, let's go. Throws like the gun and rips the bulletproof vest off, throws it in the trunk, jumps in the car, and they're driving, and he just keeps looking back to where like they're coming from or leaving. And you can tell in his face, he's like, dude, I just almost died there.
Yo, what a fucking idiot.
Yeah, and the funny thing is, he's like, dude, when I came up with this skit, I couldn't afford anything. I bought the cheapest bulletproof vest I could find.
Oh, my God.
It was like $300.
Dude, why wouldn't you at least have someone shoot you from like 10 or 20 feet away?
Maybe,
at least,
actually,
though.
to be honest, I'd rather be shot maybe about 5 feet away. Not even 5 feet away. I'd rather be shot closer so that you don't hit me in the fucking face.
Yeah.
Because have you ever shot a gun?
Yeah.
You ever shot they shot a fucking, it was a 387, I'm pretty sure what it was.
Yeah, you can be pretty accurate if you're holding with two hands and I wouldn't have any amateur shooting the gun.
From 15 to 20 feet away?
I would tell a guy who knows what he's fucking doing.
Can you hit the bullseye on the X from 15 to 20 feet away?
I was pretty close when I did target shooting and shooting
because
ranges.
I'm telling you right now, unless you're hitting that X 5 out of 5 times, I'm not letting you shoot me from that far away.
I'm telling you, if you have somebody who knows what they're doing,
I can shoot. Are we talking about guns?
So okay, yeah. So we're talking about guns.
Yeah, I can shoot.
We're talking
I think
about
for 15, 20
the
feet
Big
away.
Brother,
you'd be
the Big
okay.
Brother movie, the video Crap. Have you seen it?
I saw it like when I was like in
It's the
8th
pilot
grade.
to Jackass.
Yeah, I saw it
really.
when I was, like, in 8th
So that's
grade.
the one where Johnny Knoxville shoots himself this far away. You saw that?
Long
See, but that shit's stupid.
So
it's
I'm gonna say
stupid, but
no.
that's how he got his job at Jackass and it with Big Brother and Jackass.
But it could go through the vest.
Oh, it could have
That
easily
range.
that close? Yeah. He literally shot himself 6 inches away from his chest. You
But
saw
it's
the
rated
video
for that though. Like it's rated. You should be able to. That's
yeah, but,
not a problem.
But do you really want to?
Why are you
take
scared? Are you a bitch, Chris?
I
No,
wanna
no, no.
fucking do it.
So-
no,
It's a made
if
in
that
America.
makes me a bitch to not get shot from 5 feet away, then yeah, I'm a bitch because I'm not gonna. Even if I have a bulletproof vest
We're
on,
clipping.
I'm not gonna have someone tell me, "Hey, you're only 5 feet away. Come on, this is rated for that." I'd be like, "Fuck you! You ain't
What?
shooting me in the fucking chest with
I
that."
No,
don't
so
know.
we're-
I
you've
think I
seen the
might do
video,
it.
right? You know what I'm talking about.
You might do it?
The Johnny
I think I might would do it.
All right, you sign a waiver.
the
We'll
Johnny
film this.
Knoxville
We got a Jackass.
self-defense. you know what the first Jackass,
Right.
where he sprays himself with the pepper spray, tases himself, and stun guns himself. The next clip after that was when he goes into the woods and shoots himself in the chest with a fucking 38, and from like literally maybe at the most a foot away, he was
Yeah.
like this, because he was trying to ask everyone to shoot
one
him,
would do it,
and
yeah.
no one would do it. And I didn't realize. You guys remember Loomis, that weird dude?
Yeah,
with like
the fat.
No,
guy?
the skinny guy with
Oh,
like
with
the
the
weird.
beard, yeah, the
Oh, yeah,
double
yeah,
beard.
yeah.
Apparently, that's like
had the
Johnny
hat. He used to
Knoxville's
wear
like
the hat.
childhood friend. Apparently, I didn't know that. I thought he was just some random dude.
Rando
named-
fact.
Yeah.
Rando fact for a rando. You know.
Because he was there, and he was the only one that would actually video.
I
him.
remember that guy from the Cannonball Run. They did the
Yeah.
fucking.
He goes. No one even wanted to video him, so Loomis goes, "I'll video you." And he goes, "Can someone shoot me?" He goes, "I'm not shooting you." So he's just like standing
You
there.
get one or the other,
And
motherfucker.
the fucked
Don't
up
put that
thing,
hate on me, Ricky Bobby.
I'll shoot you. I'll film it.
the fucked up thing was,
Oh, it's clipping a lot.
yeah, it's clipping.
Oh.
We're getting just too nuts. But the fucked up thing was that he literally put the bullet on the very last one, so he had to click it 5 times before it actually. He had to. He was literally playing Russian roulette. It's
Bruh.
You didn't see. If you didn't see this
No,
video,
yeah,
you gotta watch it again. If you haven't seen, if you don't remember it, you gotta watch it because
It's got to be on YouTube.
He's like,
now.
I'm Johnny. I'm Johnny. I don't think he says I'm Johnny Knoxville, but he's just like, this is the bulletproof vest. He's just like, click. Oh fuck. And he's just like standing there. He's like, and it takes him like a good 30 seconds
you
to a
don't know
minute
how
to
to
do it
load
another
a fucking
like just
weapon.
like click. Oh fuck. Dude, they're just like, literally
agonizing
the last
in his
the
face,
6th
yeah.
click is when it actually fires. And he does, and the fucked up thing is he doesn't even hold the gun steady. He pulls the trigger and it's just like,
Oh,
boom!
it
It
yeah,
just flies
it
out of
fucking-
his hand. It flies like into the
Yeah,
bushes
like,
that
it
way.
Fucking, it pulls though. Yeah. Like it
So
pulls.
it's like, dude, he could have easily just like shot himself in the fucking face.
Oh god.
He was obviously meant to be a movie star.
He's lucky. Yeah. Well, as long as
But
he
yeah,
didn't die
no-
doing that.
If you
No, hold
haven't
on.
seen it, check out Hulu.
Yeah, dumb.
It's called Dumb. It's pretty fascinating. You
I
learn
only
a lot.
know about it because of IG. I follow a guy by the name of Chad Muska,
Yeah, he's, one of the best skaters of all time.
like one of the most popular.
yeah,
no
yeah,
doubt.
yeah.
Anyway, so like on his IG,
He's
They
in
talk,
Tony
they
Hawk's
talk about that in the
game.
magazine too.
yeah. So on his IG, like he was like at the premiere and like he like did the
Yeah.
IG thing. And he's like, "This is where I am." And
So
other than
apparently-
when I saw that post, I was like, "Oh shit, yeah, Big Brother!" Like I remember that shit.
They I forget exactly what the details were, but they released in the magazine some ad that something if you do this, then you can chill with the Muska. And like, dude, people just went nuts, and like, they didn't follow through. And people were like pissed. I forget what it was. You gotta watch the documentary.
Yeah, the
but
Muska is fucking.
It's the
That
Muska,
was
yeah.
legit, dude. That dude used to fucking like grind rails and shit. He had this big ass boom box.
while he's grinding the rail,
fucking
I've seen
ghetto
that
blaster.
I've seen that magazine cover.
Yeah, dude. Like it was on the cover of Transworld.
Yeah, I've
but
seen
he
that
was-
cover.
during that time. Like he was the.
He was
I
a
fucking
still
man,
I
dude.
still think Mike
I
Vallely's the
remember Chad
man.
Muska.
Oh, dude.
Mike Vallely's my man.
Dude, he's hardcore, dude.
He's a beast.
But yeah, dude, yeah, that's crazy. Like, old school skate days, dude.
See, I was never, when the skating was popping during my time, I was playing ball and
Nah,
playing
yeah,
football.
dude. You.
I
were-
was not built to skate.
You
I
took
tried.
the right track, bro.
No, I tried to skate. I tried. I
Took the right
did.
track.
I like the culture, and all that shit. And I was down with trying, and I was not built to skateboard.
Me too.
See, I wish I was
Same.
that. I wish
Yeah.
I was that same thing because I was like right in that little.
You
and I was
you're
like,
not
I was
built
like,
to skateboard
I was like,
either.
Fuck basketball.
No.
I'm gonna skate. But when I was younger, like I had like a.
No, I heard you were pretty good.
I was all right.
Kristen, did you
I
have
was-
something?
I was decent. I was pretty decent.
Did you have something?
You got something for us, Kay?
Nope.
Oh, is it that time?
Nope.
Nope.
This
Yep.
week in Nosy Neighbors.
Oh my god.
Oh. Oh, so wait. Kristen wanted to talk about online dating that she's
Hold
been
on, wait,
doing.
but before that, happy birthday to Kristen. It's past.
She's old. Who
thanks,
gives a shit?
guys.
No,
Happy
but
birthday.
that's
We went
it's,
to her
Thanks,
birthday.
it's a
guys.
transition. It's transition.
Oh, Ace.
And
yeah.
then, but we also have, because we're not gonna be on the air for this, but we also have a birthday coming up as well.
I don't know what you're talking about.
You don't know what I'm talking about?
Oh, yeah, my nephew. He's going to be turning 2 on Saturday.
yeah.
Happy birthday, Maverick. You're the shit. You're
Oh,
the
it's-
coolest little kid.
Oh, but
But I think
he is the coolest little kid, dude. He is. And what did I explain to you?
That's right,
Initially-
because Calvin can
Initially, I was
learn
like,
from Maverick.
dude. Tony's like, oh, my little nephew's like the coolest fucking kid ever. And I was like, of course he is, dude. Like, what other person do you know could shit his pants and just like eat all day? And you're like, dude, I want to hang out with that kid right now,
I wish I could do that.
right? Like,
Just shit my pants and eat all day.
yeah, dude.
No, he's cool.
No,
man.
yeah, I've
He's the
seen.
shit.
Well, I've seen like the
So
IG clips.
I hope I think it'd be real cool if one day like Calvin and my nephew Maverick are just chilling one day. Like if they're besties, that'd be cool. It'd be fun, man. It'd be fun.
I'd be interested in that.
Yeah. I think they'd be buddies, dude.
Yeah, definitely.
Buddies.
They're both gonna be tall.
Cause you my
They're both gonna be
best
tall
friend.
kids.
They're gonna be big.
It's so funny, dude. Like, I can't believe how tall Lanny's kid's gonna be.
Oh man.
Taller than him. He's already taller than
Lanny's
him.
gonna get beat up by his son in like when his kid's like 6th grade.
Yeah, dude.
You take out the trash, Dad. Okay. I'm gonna call Uncle Tone. He's gonna kick your ass.
Yeah.
So we were getting into sports, but we kind of took a sidetrack there.
What sports? We're talking about sports.
NBA Finals. Did you watch the game today?
I watched the game today, and I must say the refs were fucking terrible. Terrible, 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 terrible. Reffing.
Terrible. For who? Golden State or for Cavs?
Just
or
in general.
general.
I mean, more so it favored the Cavs, I feel, but I saw bad calls on both sides.
I think the whole playoffs
And
the refereeing for this whole playoffs. I think for whatever reason they think it's hip or
I'm
it's
telling
cool.
you right now, no.
So when it gets to a playoff time, just
Shit on
yeah,
the bed.
Yeah, shit like
No,
shit
you
your
know what it
pants,
is? I'm telling you
refs.
right now.
Like refs have been
The
shitty the
NBA
last 2 years.
Per game, they make about $22 million per game.
Oh no, I get
They
it.
want to go to 7. It's
No,
a business.
I get that.
And again,
I get that,
are,
but I
but
don't.
hey,
I don't think.
Are
that
you
they-
gonna hold him?
I don't think they're
subpoena
doing
him?
that. I don't. I think the game moves too fast. I really do. I really
No,
think
it
the
doesn't.
game moves too
It
fast.
doesn't move too fast.
Dude, I really do.
The refs are trained to make calls. They know goddamn well what
Tony,
a fucking
you
charge
cannot-
is
you
versus
cannot-
a block. A moving screen when the guy grabs you in the armpits and run blocks you out of the way, that is a fucking moving screen. Now, and then when Kyrie went up, this is one of the most blatant ones I saw. Kyrie goes up. Clay grabs him by the shoulder and throws him on the ground. I think even Clay looked
See,
at the ref
here's-
oh, that's not a foul. Okay, and he ran
Here's
back
why
down
I
court.
don't like.
It was
I
terrible. It
understand-
was terrible
yeah, it was
reffing.
terrible reffing, but I don't think it's too. I don't think there's any conspiracy to like extend the fucking thing.
Oh, you're silly.
I don't think so because you watch
for
all right,
$22 million
Steph Curry-
for
no, I
$22 million
I
you
understand
wouldn't
that-
per game. Add 4 of those. That's $88 million. You wouldn't fucking tell the refs, hey, cheese it.
No, I understand that is a fucking very valuable thing.
Valid
that-
point.
Yeah,
Okay, thank you.
it is. It very much so
It
is.
is.
But I think because if you're inside the head of a referee and the referee is, I think it's just they don't want to fuck with it. Like I think the
What do you mean they don't want to fuck with it? It's their job.
They want to let
call
it
a
play.
call.
I don't think the league office wants to fuck with it that much to get inside the heads of a
It's
referee.
not even that.
At
It's
this
just,
point, I think
it was
at this
very
point-
one-sided, and even
No, it's what because
I'm not the
there's
only-
3-pointers. There's like 3-pointers. Steph
No,
Curry.
no,
Steph
no.
Curry took a 3-pointer, and J.R. Smith pretty much punched Steph Curry in the fucking stomach, and
Yeah, and
Steph
they didn't call
Curry
shit.
folded in half.
Yeah.
That's Cleveland on like there's a
So-
lot of calls that were
even all the commentators, all of them said the whistles were a little weird tonight.
no they
All of them said that.
bro you're watching it.
What do you mean I'm watching it?
I hate conspiracies.
No, I'm watching ESPN.
No, I understand exactly. I hate conspiracies,
It's not a
but
conspiracy.
ESPN fucking adores.
They do.
Adores Golden State. Dude.
They like.
No,
well,
what are you
they're
talking
like-
about? Every fucking commentator picked Cleveland to win this game. From Paul Pierce to
No,
the fucking everybody.
No, I get that because
And
I
at the
get
end of the
that.
game, what did Paul Pierce say? Who's the best player in the league? In the world? It's fucking KD. He's killing it.
You know who?
Oh
what
my
else
God, that's-
ESPN loves though is drama.
that's exactly
Of course.
it. No, but I
But no,
understand.
this is coming from independent, different people.
They're
yeah,
not
they,
independent. They work.
They
but
maybe
anyway,
they work for ESPN.
Anybody
but they
who-
all have different opinions, and all the majority of them, 90% of them, pick Cleveland
These
to win.
motherfuckers, these
Oh, LeBron James, he's better than Jordan. Get the fuck
no,
out
yeah.
of here.
I'm not gonna get into that.
the fuck
I'm not gonna
outta
get
here.
into that. But what I will address is that whole the best player in the NBA is Kevin Durant.
KD.
Kevin Durant plays on a team that won 73 fucking basketball games
Yeah.
out of 82, ladies and
Yeah.
gentlemen.
Yeah,
that's
last
a
year.
record.
Last
That's
year.
a record.
Last year.
Yeah, it's the same team except you add Kevin Durant.
Not the same team. They lost a lot of bench players.
I don't know. I still think LeBron's the best player in the game right now.
I'm not saying they're not a stacked team, but
Who's better, LeBron or Kevin Durant?
LeBron James.
I would take Kevin Durant.
LeBron James for me.
LeBron
too.
James. Bro.
He's won it.
Better shooter, Kevin Durant. Jump shooter, Kevin Durant.
No. I'll give you scoring.
Okay, so what are we talking about? Because last game,
We're talking about
not today's game. The game before, Kevin Durant had 5 fucking blocks.
Kevin Durant,
good ones too. He slapped the shit out of him. So don't
Kevin
tell me he doesn't
Durant,
defend.
Kevin
I'm not
Durant
gonna say he
didn't.
doesn't defend.
Okay, so what are we talking about here? What is
Kevin
LeBron
Durant didn't
better?
do shit
I'm
until
not
the
saying-
NBA Finals.
I'm
He
not
didn't do
sa-
shit in
he
the
was
playoffs.
injured half the fucking season.
Yeah,
dude. he was just getting back in his groove.
And then when he was in the
27
playoffs,
games.
he still didn't do anything, and then he got injured
All
again.
he was
All
just
right.
getting back in his groove.
Okay, that
anyway,
may be the case. That may be the case.
all I'm saying is,
You know what is true? Kevin Durant might be having a better playoffs right now.
I'm not saying LeBron's a bad player
Because he's
an
well-rested.
amazing player.
And-
He's phenomenal,
And the
probably
thing
top
is,
10 for
but
sure.
The thing is, dude, Kevin Durant is on a team that is already stacked.
Yeah.
What do you think LeBron's been trying to do?
But he's not on that team, bro.
No.
That's why, like, when
Put
someone
LeBron James
They're
on the
already-
Golden State team.
They're
and
already
see what
talking about
happens.
bringing in Paul George and getting rid of Kevin Love.
Yeah, they should
For next
no,
year.
That's dumb. Actually, that's dumb.
That's what they're talking about
if
right
we
now.
were talking about how Cleveland could win this fucking championship, they're fucking dumb. And the reason, one thing I'll give you this:
Kevin Love, first of all,
everyone thinks
got so
LeBron
many
James
bullshit
has
calls tonight.
Everyone thinks LeBron James his basketball IQ is so fucking high. He's the reason that
He thinks it
Black,
is.
the first year coach
He's
got
the one that
fired
wants to
last
be the
year.
coach.
Exactly. He's the reason Tyronn Lue is the coach, and he's the reason they play shitty defense, and he's the reason they want to
Tyronn Lue's a
emulate.
little pussy.
They want to emulate Golden State, and that's their fucking problem.
Yeah.
Golden State cannot be
don't
emulated.
have the weapons.
You cannot. That's why. In fact, I just told my buddy this today. I was laughing. I was like, "Look, you cannot beat Golden State by trying to match them at the 3-point game," and we saw that tonight.
Well,
They
and that's why
tried to match
Cleveland
him
won.
at that
That's why
3-point
Cleveland
game
won
winner.
last year.
No, Cleveland won last year because Andrew Bogut got hurt
Yep.
and Draymond Green got suspended.
Yep.
3-1. That is the only fucking reason.
Yep. I
you
agree
watch
with that.
when
Yeah.
you watch
Okay.
this.
I'm telling you right now,
that's the only
Golden
reason.
State is a fucking stacked
They're
team.
beast.
They're beast.
But
They're
they can
gonna-
be beat. That's
they're-
the thing. They can be beat.
Yeah, if you can figure out how to do it.
No,
And by
I
trying
can
to-
fucking tell you
by-
how to do
by
it.
trying to-
and I can tell you
by
that they
trying
would
to
not
match
have
them
won the
by
championship. They wouldn't have made it out the West.
Let me ask
if
you this.
Kawhi Leonard
Let me
did not
ask you
get
this.
hurt.
But let me ask you this. Oh, we'll
I don't
take
know
that
about
another
that.
day.
Yeah, you could put a pin in that.
We'll put a pin in that
put
one.
a pin in that
But
one.
I'm telling you this right now. You cannot beat Golden State by trying to match 3 points with them.
No, definitely
And
not.
that's what LeBron
That's why
said.
he's-
Game 2.
Yeah, he's
Game
like,
2,
we're
he
not
was
going
like,
to change our. We're not.
he's
gonna
like,
change
game
the
2,
way we
he's like,
play.
oh,
that's how we got
Oh,
here.
why do you think you lost? Well, we just weren't shooting a 3 as good. So the whole warm up for game 2, game 2, he only shot 3-pointers the whole warm up. How did that help?
You know,
Not
you know
at
what's
all.
a stat. You know what's a stat. A lot of people
LeBron
don't
James
look at.
is at his prime when he
Chris.
takes a straight line to the basket, takes it strong, does his spin move, and throws it down. That's LeBron James's game. He's not a pull-up jump shooter. He's not a
an ISO
3-point
player.
shooter. He's
Oh,
give me
yeah.
the ball, and I'm gonna out physically. He's a physical fucking specimen.
Yeah.
Don't get me wrong.
No, yeah.
I'm not taking anything away from the guy.
No, yeah,
he's
'cause
amazing.
That's Shaq. Shaq was a physical specimen.
Try
but he's
stop
the
him.
greatest.
Try
Yeah,
stop
he's
him.
the greatest.
Yeah, you're not gonna.
Here's
Nobody
my,
gets it. Yeah, go ahead.
Oh, I forgot what I was gonna say.
But what I'm saying is, as far as the overall best play I've seen in this postseason, I give it to Durant.
yeah, there's no.
I don't
doubt
know.
about
That's
it.
Steph
I'm-
Curry.
Okay.
No,
maybe not the
my
whole,
thing
maybe
is
not the
this.
whole thing.
My
This
thing is this,
series
though.
though.
Okay.
This series.
No, like even
this series.
But like you're talking about Kevin Durant, who's an MVP. He's great. I will never take that.
Who's shooting better than him right now in this finals?
No, I get it. I
Nobody.
get it, dude. I get it. But when you're talking about he's playing with a 2-time MVP, the first ever unanimous MVP of the NBA of ever, and then you're talking about another
Again.
All-Star who's defensive stalwart and Klay
Did-
Thompson and a fucking. There's 2 people.
Did
in
they
the
break
league.
any rules to do this trade?
No, I'm not. I'm not talking about rules, bro.
No,
but
no,
I'm just saying,
nobody's arguing
like,
that.
I'm just fucking with you,
like,
bro.
Playing in.
Did he
with
break the law?
No, he didn't break the law. But I'm just
Exactly.
saying, like, if
You know what I was.
Nobody's
talking about.
arguing that.
no one's arguing that. But it's one of those things where KD went to a team that was already situated to win.
Yeah,
And so inserting KD,
made him unstoppable.
It didn't make him unstoppable. But what it did do,
almost.
it made it. He went to a team that accentuated his strengths more than pretty much any other team he could have went to.
Why wouldn't you go to that
No,
team?
I'm not saying why wouldn't you or why would you.
Okay.
But what I'm saying is he's playing a game where his weaknesses are like they're hidden. They're very much so hidden.
What are his weaknesses?
What are Kevin Durant's weaknesses?
What are his weaknesses?
I'll say this.
He's
I'll say this.
spanking people's shit in the middle.
No, I'll say this.
On
though.
defense.
I'll say this. If you put LeBron James in a system where
He's not going to post up LeBron. I get that.
No. I'm not just talking about posting up, but I'm
Okay.
just talking about what I'm talking about is Kevin Durant is he's the recipient of he's a recipient of a gift. Like he's the
He makes his team better. In return, his team makes him better. I get what you're saying.
A lot better though.
Okay.
Because we've seen
Isn't that
we've
the
seen
ideal
Kevin, We've
team?
seen Kevin Durant.
Isn't
yeah,
that
it
the
is.
ideal team?
Yeah, but I'm not questioning his team.
Okay.
I'm questioning someone saying Kevin Durant's the best player in this series.
In the world right now?
In the world right now.
I think he is.
We've seen Kevin Durant.
Right now,
We've
I think
seen,
he is.
We've seen Kevin Durant in an NBA Finals not on this team.
Yeah.
Right?
And
Oklahoma City.
And he did not look like
Well,
this.
no, but that's what they were even saying today in before the game.
You can say it's age. You can say, oh, it's age. It's like he knows.
No.
Bullshit. You join a team that won 73 fucking games. I could be on that team,
Why
and
wouldn't
I
you
would
sell
still
your-
win a championship.
Why wouldn't you set yourself up
I'm
for
not
success?
saying he did anything wrong, but what I'm saying, the problem I have,
So when you're admitting that Golden State is the better team.
yeah, Golden State's a better team.
Okay.
My only thing was
And-
this,
but-
because you said ESPN said Kevin Durant is the best player in the NBA.
They didn't,
right now.
but okay, so they drafted Steph, right?
No, I'm not saying how.
Well, no, I'm just
I'm
saying
not saying
they
how-
drafted.
I'm
They
not saying how
drafted.
they
They
built their
drafted Thompson.
Draymond Green.
They drafted him. Okay, so all I'm saying is it's not like they tried to buy this team. They built a really good team, and then they got their superstar.
Yeah, and then the superstar bought his NBA championship.
Durant's the best player.
He
in
didn't
this-
buy it.
in
Yeah,
this
he did.
in this specific series.
Durant.
Oh, he's killing it.
Durant bought his NBA championship.
Why? Because he got
He
traded.
didn't buy it. The
he
Golden State
traded-
Warriors bought
They
it.
bought him.
No.
They traded.
No.
First of
no,
all-
no.
What do you mean no?
So
Here's
what
happened.
are you saying? It's
Kevin
not
Durant-
legitimate
Kevin
then?
Durant-
Are you saying
Kevin-
it's
No,
not
I'm not-
legit? Are you gonna put an asterisk next to it
No, it's legit.
for sweeping the fucking playoffs?
yeah.
Yeah, because you know it's gonna happen.
Yeah, I do know it's gonna happen.
It's gonna happen.
Tomorrow, is it going to happen the next game?
Yeah,
yeah, that's the
it's
only
gonna-
way that's
Is it over?
happens.
Bust out the Wallis, motherfuckers.
I'm just saying, do they win?
Oh,
do they
you
win
know
in
what
four
a
straight?
Wallis is? It's a Filipino broom.
Do they win in four straight? So that means Golden State will not lose a game in the entire.
I don't
playoffs.
think
It'll
they
be a
will.
record.
I don't think that
It'll be the first time ever someone goes undefeated in the playoffs.
And Golden State. What's crazy to me is Golden State.
They hold the best record for
Golden
a
S-
season.
Golden State. Is
They
not-
will hold the sweep.
Here's my thing. The NBA.
If only they did that
is-
last season,
They're adapting
it
to
would
how
have been
Golden
the best team ever.
Golden State is adapting to how, or the NBA is adapting to how Golden State plays.
You have to.
No, you don't.
When you got a guy
You
who can
have
shoot
to-
from half court and make the shot, no
You
problem.
have to.
No, that's the thing.
You have to
Dude,
be able to
teams,
defend it.
The teams
So
that,
you have to adapt to
Tony,
it.
the teams that give Golden State problems are the opposite
The
type of team.
Grizzlies. Yeah, slow-paced teams.
Grizzlies, the Jazz,
So-
the Spurs. Those are teams that
That's the
give
key.
them
You
the
can't play
problems.
their game. You got to play your game.
Exactly, and that's where Cleveland fucked
And they
up.
swept them
And-
all.
Well, they played. Well, Utah was never going to be good enough.
Not
And
without their star, but even he wasn't going to be able to fucking.
he wasn't. But Utah wasn't going to be good enough, and their star point guard was hurt, but anyway, and Rudy Gobert was like questionable. But anyway,
I think San Antonio was their biggest hurdle, and then
San Antonio would. Have,
You know
and
what?
then once
I'm
Tony
gonna die on
Parker
this.
went
This is the-
down,
This is the cross I
So,
will die on.
Tony
So,
Parker went
San
down,
Antonio-
and Kawhi Leonard went
without
down,
even
and then once
without-
Kawhi was down,
without Tony Parker,
nothing.
they would have fucking beaten Golden State.
without Tony
So
Parker,
you're saying
3-1.
You're saying
I don't
Kawhi
think so.
Leonard is so good that he carried that
Nah,
whole
they wouldn't
fucking
have beat
team?
him.
No way,
They
dude.
wouldn't have.
It might have went to. They might have won one or two,
If
but
Tony
they wouldn't have
Parker-
won that fucking series.
if Tony Parker and Kawhi Leonard were on that squad, you have an argument
Maybe.
because you got Gasol. And then
Gasol
you-
is garbage. Okay, he's old as shit. He's so slow.
He's not-
and he doesn't shoot.
no. You know who's
half as good as
garbage?
he
Is
used to.
Ginobili is garbage.
Are you? You obviously did not watch the fucking
Ginobili
Dude,
didn't do
Ginobili
shit.
saved the fucking game with the block.
He also airballed like 90% of his fucking shots.
No, you're wrong.
Are you
You're wrong.
serious?
You know what's crazy?
Watch the highlights of Ginobili during the playoffs.
Ginobili was the
Okay,
MVP
okay,
of that
okay.
of that series
You know
for
what's funny?
fucking Spurs.
You know what's funny?
Ginobili didn't
You
do
know what's
shit.
funny? Ginobili sucks. Pau Gasol sucks.
Yeah.
Kawhi Leonard still got them to as far as they did.
I'm not saying Kawhi's not
them,
good.
He got them to a 25-point lead in third quarter.
Are you
at
really
Golden
saying
State.
Ginobili was an
And they
influence on
fucking-
that series?
And you're gonna tell me Kawhi Leonard doesn't make a fucking
You
difference.
honestly think that they were gonna win that series with just Kawhi Leonard versus Steph Curry, Klay Thompson,
Styles make
Durant.
fights. Styles make fights.
I understand that. I understand that.
And the style that Stan Antonio plays is the
Stan Antonio?
Yeah, he did. Because I'm a Stan right now, motherfucker.
Yeah.
But the
Don't walk out just yet.
The style San Antonio plays is the style that gives Golden State the most trouble.
You gotta
I can walk it back.
control
I
the
will
pace.
walk it back.
You
I
gotta
will walk it
you
back and
can't-
say they would have given him rubs. Like I would have said.
Which is
"Give
why
him
Tony
rubs."
Parker needs to be there because he knows.
It's not about. It's
But
not about
Tony Parker
retiring.
knows-
It's not about
Parker's
Tony Parker.
retiring.
No,
They're
but
done.
Tony Parker
They're
knows
done.
how that Popovich offense works.
See, that was the
They
main
all
thing.
He
know
ran-
that. They all
No,
know.
but-
They all play on
the-
the same team.
No, but
Their
he's been the
backup
longest
Their
in that
backup guard
system.
was a rookie, and I don't even think that would have held
Who
him back.
cares?
I don't even think that would have held him back. But if
I
you
don't
look
think
at,
they would have beat him.
If you
for
look
the
at
record,
the
I don't
teams
think they
that
would've beat
I don't
give
think
Golden
they
State trouble, it's teams that slow
Slow
them
the
down
pace.
and stay big.
If you stay,
And stay
big,
big. You
and
look
you
at
play a
Oklahoma-
half court game,
You look at Oklahoma
it's-
last year.
yeah,
Oklahoma
yeah.
set like they did it in the playoffs.
They didn't.
They
Obviously
didn't
not.
set the standard. They didn't set the standard.
They didn't do it
because
enough.
I saw the standard in the regular season last year, and the standard was.
I'll
You
tell you
have
this.
a big man.
I'll tell you this.
You have a big man
I'll
that can
give you
switch
this.
out on. You can switch.
Hold on. Let me.
Dude, I know how to beat Golden State. I
if-
could coach
if-
a team
if
right
you
now
take
to beat
this,
Golden State.
You take this.
That's why
Swear to God.
Dallas
Hold on, hold
Mavericks
on.
wanted that
you
one
take
year
this
too.
Golden
is
State
because they
back
did that
a couple
same thing.
years, right when with Tim Duncan.
Tim
then
Duncan was
then
huge.
you'd have
I'm
an
talking
issue.
about now, man. I'm talking about
I
right
understand,
now. Like
but
I don't think you've watched.
the
and I don't
size
think you've thought
difference.
about it.
The size, dude. I'm sorry, but I think JaVale McGee is a fucking
That
good
is-
center.
No,
he should be
is.
the starter.
He is. He is a he is
He
a
is
great
so
addition.
athletic for his
Dude,
age.
He's someone like when I saw that I was like, oh my god, like that is what they need because the
If
thing
you
that
could,
helped
if you could put like
more so
20
than,
pounds of
more
muscle
so
on that
than
dude.
Draymond getting suspended last year
Yeah.
was Andrew Bogut getting fucking
They had
getting
no
hurt.
center. They had no presence. Without
that's the
Bogut,
thing.
you need Draymond. Draymond for a guy that's not a 7-footer, he plays like
No,
he's
but
a
no,
7-footer.
He's defensively
He's a beast.
essential.
One of the best defenders on
Yeah.
But
the
here's
game.
the thing:
in
like
the game.
if you watch the game when JaVale McGee is in the game versus when they go small and like they put Kevin
Right,
Durant
right.
at center.
Right.
You watch Kyrie Irving, or when Pachulia is in the game, you watch Kyrie Irving. Kyrie Irving will fucking drive,
Right.
but
But you
when-
put McGee in there, he doesn't want to drive because he's gonna get his shit slapped.
exactly.
I understand that. I agree with you 100%.
But going
I
back
think
to San
Zaza was the worst addition to the team.
No, he's not because he's a big body. That's
He's
what people
not
don't
that-
see. Here's what people don't.
He
is.
looks like a
Dude,
little bitch.
He does, but he
They
moves,
needed
he
size.
moves, guys.
That's why
You watch him versus Tristan Thompson. You watch
Garbage.
Tristan Thompson is garbage.
Yeah.
Exactly.
what
But
I'm
he only
saying.
looks garbage against Zaza Pachulia because Zaza Pachulia moves Tristan Thompson. And Tristan Thompson is used to moving motherfuckers. He can't move Zaza.
I was hearing rumors of
can't move Zaza.
Kyle Rudolph going to Golden State next year.
Zach Randolph?
Zach Randolph. Why did I
was
say
like,
who's
what?
Kyle Rudolph?
You're talking about a tight end in the
No, that's-
NFL right
yeah.
now?
Okay. I knew that name. But yeah, they're
the Vikings.
apparently
yeah.
they're trying to go after him next year for a center, and he's still going to be coming off the bench.
Yeah, he's not a center either, but that's cool.
Golden
He's
State.
a big boy,
Golden State's
though.
gonna be stacked.
He's
They're
a big
gonna-
boy.
They're gonna pull a dynasty run. They're gonna do the
They
whole
are.
thing.
They got to figure out something.
I think they're
There's-
if
if they can keep the same team and keep the
Durant,
cap where it
Durant
is,
and Curry
there's no
have
reason.
already said they're not going to take their max as long as they can keep the team together.
as long as they can win 8 championships in a row.
Oh God, I don't think Durant has that many years left.
No, he doesn't.
Ooh. Not 8. Yeah, 8.
He started with the Sonics. When's the last time the Sonics been
Yeah.
around?
Bro, he's like 30 or 31.
Okay, he's our age.
He has
35 max. You're
He's
playing
in his
the
prime
NBA.
right now too.
Yeah, like,
so. He definitely he's like when
Dude,
Kobe Bryant was
have
in
you
his prime.
seen his
He's like at
legs?
that level.
One fucking broken ankle. He's done. That guy's got... This thing's thicker than his
Durant?
fucking ankles, dude.
Durant?
Yeah.
Let's not get into the ankles talk again, bro.
Dude, we'll get into that
But
shit.
guess what? He's
High
got
tops
a,
versus
he's
low
got a
tops.
cast that can still win playoff games without him. So that's the fucking key.
Yeah, so he can take
Anyway.
breaks out.
He
He can Greg Popovich that shit.
Yeah, he can fucking take it.
Just
He
take
can take a
breaks.
month off and they be fine.
Holy shit. I didn't realize the Jets dropped all these players.
Yeah.
Darrell Revis, Eric Decker, David Harris, Brandon Marshall, Nick Mangold, their kicker, and Geno Smith. They dropped all of them?
All of them.
Yeah.
Goners.
Oh,
They're
that's good
rebuilding.
free agencies, though.
I think the
hey,
Jets were compared to
Seattle
a
should try to
real
get
jet
Darrell, man.
plummeting at 500 miles per hour, nose down
Get,
towards you.
get Darrell Revis. Get Darrell Revis on them Seahawks, man. We'll take him.
As what?
Just a fucking third string
Cheerleader?
corner.
Yeah, dude.
Fitzpatrick got cut, obviously, after last season. And
Eric Decker.
So who's their starting
Brandon
quarterback?
Marshall?
No Geno Smith. I thought they were gonna go Geno.
no, Geno is out. They didn't like Geno and what he was doing when
It's
he was
Marky.
in surgery. And
Marky boy.
Mark
Mark
Sanchez.
Sanchez?
Oh, you know.
No.
No, I'm just kidding.
I don't know who it is now.
I don't know.
I know they had a lot.
That's a lot of cuts, dude.
They
These
had a
are-
lot of draft picks.
This is
but
big names right here they cut. That's big names.
Really big names. Really big names. Like
I heard about there's like a press conference. Excuse me. There's a press conference with the coach Todd Bowles,
yeah.
and he was like, I don't know. You gotta ask
Hey,
you gotta ask.
you
You
the
gotta
GMs.
ask my boss.
Yeah.
I don't know. What
Yeah.
Did you guys see the video of the fight between Rex Ryan and his brother?
Yeah, I didn't see the. Yeah, I heard about
It was
it.
apparently
heard
they were
about
like
it.
on vacation in Mexico or some shit or
Yeah, some
Miami,
shit.
and they full on got in like a fist fight in the middle of the bar.
Dude.
Are you wearing pants, Kristen? Yeah? You're supposed to say no. No, I'm just kidding. John always says no.
I'll take one too, please.
Yeah, I'll take one, please.
Oh yeah, I guess that. You.
Yeah, the Jets clean house. Hey, we're moving into football season here pretty soon.
Hey, fantasy football's coming up. I already got my first payment, by the way, guys.
What?
Nate gave me
Rate. Oh,
Nate,
I thought it was what. I thought it
Nate
was
gave me
rap.
$100 already. He's like, hey,
Okay, good.
I'm paid for the league because he just finished paying me for last year's league. So, like, literally 2 days after he paid me for last year's league, he goes, hey, here's $100 for next year's league.
Do I get a discount for being the first person to pay last year?
No. Everybody pays $100. It's not a big deal. Hey, I don't want to ever hear again about playoffs, about fucking...
Playoffs?
I don't want to hear that shit ever again. I went to the championship. I lost to my cousin.
You
Fucking-
still got to break the curse?
Fucking
Collusion.
Bacon ass
Collusion.
motherfucker. No, I wanted to kick his ass. You kidding me? But you know, it is what it is. I went to the ship.
Does he have
I
the
lost.
belt?
My
Does he have
ship
the belt?
sunk. He has the belt. Everybody's name's engraved on it from
Wait,
when we
who
started.
had it?
What do you mean who had it? Smoo had it.
Oh, okay.
So
Yeah,
Smoo,
Smoot's responsible.
Smoo sent it to me. I had his name engraved on it because he didn't do it in Japan. And then I had Russell's name engraved on it and gave it to Russell.
Shouts out to Russell. Happy birthday, Russell.
Yeah, happy
birthday,
belated.
Russell.
It's so funny because his birthday's on June 3rd.
Happy birthday, Xavier.
And me and
my
he,
little brother's birthday was on June 3rd as well. so-
oh, no shit.
Yeah, happy birthday, X.
Dude, I remember your little bro. What is he doing these days?
He's just.
What does he do? Does he live at home still?
No, he's in the Air Force. He's in.
Oh, no shit.
Yeah, he's in Northern Cali, dude. Like he's
What does he do?
stationed out there. He works like I guess like he's a plane loader. Like he
Fucking
loads
Xavier.
planes and shit like for the Air Force.
That's so funny. I
load-
remember
he's
him
a
talking
load.
shit to me on like Call of Duty.
Call of Duty. Yeah,
Yeah.
I've heard it all.
Yeah.
Yeah. Moving along.
What were we talking about before your brother came up?
Russell maybe.
Oh yeah. So Russell turns. It's
30.
funny. I'm born a year. Well, I'm born 359 days.
So he's 31.
I'm born 359 days before my cousin.
31.
So he turns 31 on the 3rd. Me and him are the same age for 6 days, and then I turn 32.
Oh, you just gotta one up your cousin or 6 up your cousin.
Well, just one up because I don't want to be 36. Or no, 37 actually if he's 31. But yeah, he's got a beautiful baby daughter, Amora, with his lovely, I don't know if they're fiancés or just boyfriend girlfriend still.
Yeah.
Keala, who's lovely. And their little fucking ugly dog, Delilah, that screams like a human if Russell leaves the room. It's so weird.
Really?
Like you think a dog would be like bark bark. This dog's like, ah! That's what it sounds like when I was like, what the fuck was that?
Dude, oh my god.
I was tripping.
I've been watching.
Thanks, Kristen.
I guess
hey, you're a pretty good bartender.
I found myself
You're way better than John.
on Reddit, dude. Like Reddit is like the tunnel to
Isn't it like a
fucking-
porno thing?
It can be,
Oh.
but no.
Thank you,
Like, it's the homepage to the internet, bro.
front page of the internet.
It's the homepage of the internet.
Okay, wait. Let's
right,
get to
hold
the
on.
end of the show. But
I
let's.
thought we were there already.
We have to get
Oh, no,
there.
we
we have to cover this last thing.
What is
'cause
that?
Rompers. And
Oh
Lace.
my god. First of all,
Faketrends.com. Go to faketrends.com and you'll see rompers.
If you don't see the latest trend right now,
if this is a fucking real thing, I have a fucking huge problem.
oh,
I'm not dressing like
dude,
this.
that looks like the boys hanging out at a barbecue on Sunday.
First of all,
The boys are back in town.
one guy's
Boys
got
are
a
back in
fucking
town.
feather boa on, and they're drinking champagne like a bunch
Hey.
of queers.
Do you think Ric Flair's not a man?
Woo!
Ric Flair's a
Touche.
fucking man, dude.
Touche.
What is that guy holding?
But he didn't wear a romper. He wore a speedo.
Yeah, he wasn't wearing boat shoes. Like that guy is questionable.
This isn't even the worst one. Okay, I'm questioning men's sexuality these days. Like, what happened to
that
men?
sounded weird as fuck.
Yeah, because men, like,
You're
I
not
never
cool
had to
if
worry.
if you don't have a romper, dude.
If
You're not
oh,
cool anymore.
You think that's bad? Look at this fucking shit I found.
oh,
Oh,
Hey.
we're just wearing lacy fucking pants and shirts
tidy
nowadays.
whities are back
What
in.
the fuck is this?
You know what?
This is Democrat shit.
Look at the guy on the right.
I
He's
thi-
like,
I
hey,
think I'm more offended by the calf socks,
yeah.
like the plain calf socks.
I'm
Like,
more offended by
they're
the
not-
guy's scorpion tattoo on
they're
his
not
calf.
marijuana socks. They're not Mario socks or Sonic the Hedgehog. Like they're just plain white socks.
Go back to the other one real quick.
That shit's gay.
Ooh,
And I'm not saying, I don't. If
Which
you're
is
gay
like,
and you want to
yeah,
wear it, that's fine.
That's fine.
there's gonna be whole
But
frats
don't try to
that,
make me
that
wear it, 'cause
spon-
I ain't
there's
wearing
gonna be
it.
whole frats that wear this shit out on a daily basis, and they're
I
gonna be
don't-
like,
I think this shit is like totally made up.
I think
man.
the
it
next
came
show-
out of absolutely nowhere.
I think the next
And
show,
this
Wabi
is-
should wear a romper.
Wabi, if you don't come back from the Big Island
Phil's wearing the romper.
with a romper, you cut from the team. Skizzers.
He's already getting the skids. He's
oh
moving.
god, what's up
No,
with the?
I don't want to.
I think
I
this.
thought
You know
he
what's
want-
funny?
I thought he wanted to.
All I gotta do is take off the fedora on his cartoon logo and just put a USA soccer hat on top of it, and we're good to
Voila. That was the plan the whole time, motherfucker.
go. Is that racist?
No.
Okay, good.
I
That's
think
just-
you guys.
that's a
I think
fi-
you guys
that's
are just.
efficient.
I think you guys are just mad because you can't pull it off.
What?
The romper.
You find a romper that fits your fat ass, and I'll wear one too.
Oh, I ain't wearing one. I'm just saying. I think you guys are mad because
so-
you can't rock a romper. I don't
Dude,
know. Phil
are
might be
you-
able to do it.
I think Phil, if anyone can fucking rock the
I ain't
romper,
I
it's
can't rock
definitely
that shit.
Phil. But if me and you put it on, we're just gonna look like overweight postmen.
No. Like yeah, UPS. delivery.
We would look. No, we would look like a wrestler. We would look like a fucking
No,
professional
what
wrestler.
wrestler? What wrestler?
we need to make that shit super tight so the romper like splits open at the chest.
We don't gotta make it. It's going to be super.
But what-
tight.
You
what
guys
wrestlers
both
wear
look
something
like
similar to
fucking
that?
Doug from Queen of Queens when he's in his work outfit.
Not even his work. It's in his uniform
yeah,
for
it's-
work.
yeah, dude.
UPS short shorts and fucking half button top. Dude, I got Dickies and a fucking matching top. I can make my own goddamn romper, Mexican style.
Oh, romper.
Okay, go back to the lace.
No, I don't even want to. These guys are so fucking feminine. Like, look how
What is
queer
going
this guy
on
is.
here?
And then you got this fucking guy with his goddamn ponytail. And what? This guy in the middle is the tough one.
Was he supposed to be the best looking one? Because they picked the wrong one to put in the middle.
It looks
Wait,
like
hold
Lanny.
on. No, wait, hold on.
He's just
Let's
the tallest
address what
one.
Chris just said. Which
Wait,
is the best
which
looking?
one's Chris?
which
Which one's the best looking one? Chris?
Which one would you put in the middle, Chris?
Let's see. I'd say the guy.
Chris
I'd say the guy in the pink probably is
Chris
pulling
likes
it off
this.
the best.
What, the guy with the ears? Oh my god.
Yeah, maybe you're right. Maybe with a hipster mustache right there. Maybe you're right.
Don't second guess yourself. The guy in the pink's the hottest. For
Right?
Sure.
Okay.
Okay, so wait, before we
There we
close
go.
tonight, I'm done with this fucking.
They just picked the guy in the middle but he's not.
I'm done with that
He
shit.
doesn't look good in the middle.
Before we go,
The guy in the middle is a horrible.
because-
Like they ruined the whole thing with putting that guy in the
you
middle.
ruined my life just by bringing this up. So
I'm being real here, bro. I'm being real.
since John is gone, and
If
we
you're
don't, we
if
don't
you're
have
gonna put a
shush,
fashion out there,
Shush.
why are you gonna shush me?
Because you're too excited about these lacy shorts, and it's
This is
disturbing
what
me.
the topic is, isn't it?
Squeeze the juice.
You're too excited about it.
Okay.
I'm over these shorts. No, are you gonna buy a pair?
No,
Are you?
No.
I haven't rocked
I'm
tidy
not-
whitey since I was in elementary
Dude,
school.
Ball Hugger's been out since fucking forever.
I bought a.
But-
I did buy a pair of like tidy
Before
whities
we
maybe,
go,
like, 6
before
months
we
ago.
go,
I wore them once and then it's not a good deal.
it's not. I go boxer briefs.
They're so uncomfortable.
Boxer briefs is like, why are they still fucking around with underwear after that?
Once your balls
Boxer
drop,
briefs are the shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
Like
anyway,
I used to
continue.
do boxers. That's when I was young and had
No,
tight
'cause they-
a tight ball sack.
They
It's
do
getting
all
too
this.
floppy nowadays. You
Yeah.
know, I gotta like have something to hold it. So,
Oh, long ball Tony.
long ball long ball Gabriel. Watch out for that guy. No, so we don't have John here today to read us missed encounters or weird shit off of Craigslist. So we have Kristen here, who is gonna give us.
What's she gonna give us, Tony?
Hold on, I gotta fix the camera.
Oh,
No,
it's
but
like that?
what's Kristen gonna do?
Wait, hold on. I didn't mean it like that. But Kristen is going to give us Kristen's adventures of online dating.
Oh, you know what? That's about all the time we have for tonight.
Shut
guys.
your mouth, woman, and read us I know you have a screenshot of something funny you came across that you sent to your girlfriends. Read it to us.
Oh shit! It's funny you say that because like about 10 minutes ago, this guy sent me something. I deleted it.
Was it a dick pic?
No.
How many
no.
dick pics have you
That's
got?
way more
0
interesting.
dick pics.
You haven't got any dick pics?
It's
You're
been
on the
like-
wrong site.
I think
No.
dick pics is like old school.
It's been less than a week.
Oh, it's just butthole pics from now on, right? Would you eat my ass? Kind of
Even
deal?
that shit shows up on Tinder, right?
No,
I-
it doesn't.
No, I don't use.
You can't
dating
put.
apps,
You
so I
can't
don't know.
put. You're married. You don't know.
Yeah.
But okay, Kristen, give us something funny.
So it's only been a few days, but the weirdest thing I got was be honest. Can I ask you a question? I was like, yeah. You know, what's your question? He said,
Are you hermaphrodite?
Let's
no.
be honest.
He said, what does your feet smell like at the end of a day?
At the end of it, that's
Damn,
And
that's
wait.
That's
And
why
what's
it's weird.
what's the?
That's why it's weird.
That's a very specific question.
Did you reply?
I didn't. I deleted.
You're a liar.
I swear to God, because I'm used
Cotton
to.
candy and cheese.
Kristen. You's a liar.
You a liar, Kristen.
Can you throw this guy a bone? What does it?
He's trying to
What
throw a
does it
bone.
No, I can't because I understand the have you ever fucked a professor in a hotel room? Like I get that.
Yeah, that. Yeah.
But like the feet
Have you?
after a long day, no.
How did you graduate from UNLV?
Not the way you did.
oh.
I passed all my classes, bitch.
Yeah, for fucking your professors.
Hey, how I did is my business and not yours. I had all guy. Dude, there was only one professor I would have fucked.
Oh, do tell.
You remember her?
Do I?
Yeah, we all had business law with her. Miss Foley. Dude, are you serious? You don't remember Miss Foley?
No.
Me, you, Alex, Dustin, we all had the same business law class.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, you remember Miss Foley now.
You're a
Dude, it's so funny.
married man.
She used to wear like she used to try to cover up the fact that she had giant fake tits with like these little vests, and she would try to like button them up. And I swear to God, every day the buttons were just like ready to fucking pop, dude. And I was just waiting. I was like, oh, these are gonna pop. And it didn't even count towards my major because I changed my major, but I took the class anyway because this fucking
It's
she was
Miss Foley,
hot,
bro.
dude. She was hot.
It's fucking Miss Foley.
It was Miss Foley.
It's Miss Foley.
It was Miss Foley.
You gotta take it.
You remember now.
Yeah, I do.
Now it's time to say goodbye.
I guess it's that time.
All right. This is it.
What
Thanks
about
for
you,
joining
Sam?
us tonight on Inappropriate Bar Talk. My name is Chris. This is Tony. This is Phil.
Hey,
Every time, all the time.
And we got Kristen in the back. Thanks for joining us tonight.
Bye.
You can follow us again at Facebook and Instagram at Inappropriate Bar Talk. You can also follow us on Twitter at IBT Podcast and on SoundCloud at SoundCloud at Inappropriate Bar Talk. WNBC.
Okay.
You can also find our latest episodes up in the top corner here. Oh no, I'm gonna put them up on this corner.
Put them wherever
Right
you
here.
want to do it.
The news episodes in this corner here. You can also subscribe to us in the chat box. I'll place a subscription out there. Thank you for joining us tonight on Inappropriate Bar
let's
Talk.
make this YouTube family big, you know?
All right, bring it in.
Subscribe.
Subscribe and like.
Just subscribe and like, you know?
Yeah.
New
Click
episode.
my buttons.
Subscribe and like.
Push my buttons.
We'll see you all next week. Thanks for joining us. Inappropriate Bar Talk. We'll see you next week.
Peace.
Deuce.